Ayy, this ain't a drill. Only time I'm playing is on the field. And when I'm on the field, no, I got mad skills. And you know we bout to eat this a fast meal. Y'all gotta pay for this heat like a gas bill. We keep on coming back, so yeah, they mad still. Everyone sick, make them pay me some bad bills. Red, white, and blue like Superman, so you know we eating at the Super Bowl. Kill the competition, set up the funeral. Josh Allen catching all the shots you go for. We callin' blitz. Ready to start, we ain't calling no quits. I'm the #1 draft pick. A lot of y'all talk, but I ain't hearing it. Only listen to Keyshawn and Lynch. Talk about the Bills dominating on the field. All our players got them skills. Buffalo don't make a kill when we talk about the Bills. Dominating on the field, and our players got them skills. Buffalo gon' make a kill.
What's going on? Welcome back to another live episode of the Post Podium Podcast, baby. This is the home of the all true, no sodium takes. I am your co-host, Aramis.
Melly Mac.
I was waiting for we're back. Like, I need a we're back. Like what?
No, you canceled that last time.
You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
You
It's
can't be
key.
bringing it back and canceling
I'm the joy killer. You're right.
Oh my gosh! All right. So here's the deal. We got a great show for you today. So please sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, just tune in with the ears. You know what I'm saying? Like you meditate, just home, just get in, just get ready. All right. I want to bring up something that I thought was kind of a peculiar thought, but something that is kind of interesting.
You
right?
think you have peculiar thoughts? You have never stepped a foot in my brain, have you?
So. For those of you who don't know, today is Friday, and I think it is Keyshawn's Thursday.
Sleep deprivation day.
Right. Right. So Keyshawn is literally going insane on air live right now, and you guys get to watch it. So that'll be another part of enjoyment. Anyway, we're going to get into some stuff with the Bills uniform. So please feel free. There's a question in the chat. What is your favorite Bills uniform? I want to know what that is, right? Because it's relevant. It's relevant to the conversation today. It's interesting to talk about, and there's some angles to it that I don't think we've kind of looked at in recent history. So,
Okay.
With that being said, let's start the show how we always start the show. Let's get the stuff we heard, fellas. What do we got today? You want me to start?
You can start.
I'm going to start.
You really want to start?
All right. I really want to start.
I want
don't
you
know
to.
about that. So I thought this was interesting. And I am definitely going to be my English is terrible today. Bear with me. I am definitely going to be a subscriber, and I am going to listen to this thing. Guess who's got a new podcast out?
Who would that be?
It's a Buffalo Bills alum from the 2010 decade that should be beloved, but is probably not.
In Buffalo?
In Buffalo.
Is he beloved anywhere else?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're behind the curve. Okay.
I'm not saying that.
Beloved in Buffalo. Well, Terrell Owens got a key to the city.
Lindsay said the snapback is backwards. Stuff is about to hit the fan. What's up, fellas?
No, that's no slap. That's the leather strap.
Yo, yeah,
that's the leather strap.
This is an old man joint with
Yeah.
the leather brim.
That's a strap back right there.
Yeah, that's the strap back.
Strap back.
All right.
So, I'm sorry, I was stalling. I should have been thinking, huh?
Feel free to skip the line.
2010.
Go ahead.
The 2010 decade. So just
Offense
that,
or defense?
that's giving it away.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
All right, it's an offensive player.
I was hoping you were gonna say defense, actually.
Yeah,
I got three people in mind.
Okay.
That just popped in my head.
Who you think?
But he said Buffalo, so I got scratched.
But they're
my
revered
nose.
somewhere else. That means that. Yeah, go ahead.
So I was originally thinking Stevie or Fred,
Nope. Neither one.
but I had to take Fitz off because he's not from Buffalo. Well, he's not in Buffalo. Fitz.
He's revered here, but he's not as revered elsewhere. You who?
Marshawn.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Good job.
About to say what I think about for a minute. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Former Bills running back Marshawn Lynch launched a podcast with the California governor,
Wow.
Governor Gavin Newsom,
I did see that. Yep.
You saw that?
Yep.
I did see that.
and NFL agent Doug Hendrickson, which is really interesting because you don't get to hear from a lot of NFL agents. So I think that's going to have some really good content on that podcast. But, I mean, to just sit and listen to Marshawn Lynch talk, man, like I could listen to the dude all day.
Yeah, he's one of those dudes. He kind of like he's like Keon Coleman. Like he's himself.
Yeah.
all the time. Like, he was always himself. He never put on a role. Like, and I just love hearing that dude with the commentary. Matter of fact, I just saw a video of him when he was playing with us. It was a game against Cincinnati when he threw the pass to Robert Royal. Mm-hmm. I don't know who number 90 was, but he was going through the hole, and dude was like, "You better hold on to the ball, So Marshawn, he was sitting there laughing. Yeah. He was like, "Man, I like you, dude. Man, you cool." Mm-hmm. Like, just like in the middle of the game, just like, "Man, let's chop it up." Like, just cool. So every time they hit the hole, they would just be laughing with each other. Like, "Oh, you got me, good one."
You know what makes me think of what I think about when you talk about that? You ever seen the mic to Leonard Fournette?
Fournette?
Yeah. Did you ever see that one? Every time he got tackled, he was giggling at a little girl. He was like,
well, yeah, when you're 6'1", 6'2", 240, like
he like getting hit. He was every time he got tackled, he just giggled. He was laughing, like he was having glee. I was like, wow, this dude is strange.
That's crazy.
But yeah, Marshawn Lynch was peculiar to me.
Yeah.
Because like you said, he was himself, but himself was very introverted.
Yeah.
And I knew him really well, personally. So what I knew of Marshawn Lynch versus what the world knew of Marshawn Lynch was a little different. Not in a bad way at all. That's not what I'm saying. He actually was a real cool dude and not cheap, believe it or not. But when I see him now doing podcasts, see him really talking, this is strange to me that he's letting people in his world now, because that's not his thing.
Now, I didn't know that, but I think I saw somewhere where he said he keep to himself, like he don't like talking to people like that.
Right.
But I would never got that from watching him when he was with the Bills and stuff. His personality with the Seahawks.
That's what I'm saying.
Because he was just like he himself. But I didn't know like he really don't like talking to people like that.
He does not. Like and I can tell you, I don't know if I told the story on air, but I came across him, and like I said, we were cool. Me and his mom loved me. It was funny as ever. But there was an instance where he was around amongst a lot of people, and somebody noticed him. Yeah. And they was like, "Is that Marshawn?" I said, "Yeah, that's him." And she was like, "Can I get his autograph?" I said, "Hold on a second." I'm like, "Marshawn, yo, come here." He was like, "What?" I was like, "Can I get an autograph for this lady?" He was like, Nah. I said, "Fam, it's for her son." He was like, "All right, go get the pen and paper and bring it over here." So he signed it like way over here, and I took it back to her. But like that's how he was, like super cool.
Right.
But he didn't do a lot of talking. He talked to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But he didn't, like, I was his mouthpiece sometimes. When it came down to it, he's like, "Yo, can you do this for me?" And I'm like, because one, and this is something I can tell you. You guys know. I mean, I've said what I do for a living a couple of times. Well, vaguely, but you guys know where I work. I see a lot of these players. And for the most part, they don't like to be acknowledged as somebody more than. So like the autographs, they don't all like that. Yeah. They will talk to you all day long if you treat them like a regular person, because nobody does that. So people that run up to them, can I have a picture? I never ask for pictures. I'm like, I don't want to take pictures, because for me, only thing better about you than me is you got money. That's the only difference between you and me. Yeah. So when they're sensing somebody feeling that we're equals, somebody that's not putting me on a pedestal, somebody has an unrealistic expectation of myself, they will open up more to you. So that's my little tidbit for today. Yeah.
And I rather talk to them than like to me, like I don't know. I was never a picture dude, like getting selfie stuff like that. It's not me, because like, oh, I took a picture with them. What story you got to go with it? I just took a picture with him.
Right. I was with him.
I rather talk to him and like see, like tap his brain. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm that type of person. Yo, how you get where you at? Or give me something that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Give me a nugget or something that I can take with me. Not just, oh hey, let's take this picture. I don't care about that. You know?
that team was, honestly, that team wasn't very good, but the majority of that team was very personable. Yeah. Langston Walker, he was super, super quiet. Like, you thought we made fun of Mario Williams' voice? Yeah. Langston Walker, 6'9", 360 pounds, sound like, I don't even know. It sounded like he had a girl voice. Wow. Straight up. Melvin Fowler almost ran me off the road. It was an ongoing joke forever, and we were super cool. Derek Dockery, I was real cool. It was. That's how it was. So they were, and Lawyer Malloy was the best Bill I've ever met.
Was he really?
By far. Yeah? Not even close. Lawyer Malloy was the best Bill I've ever met. So, yeah. So, I mean, he was here for a while, but I met him when he was getting ready to leave Buffalo. And he didn't know it yet. But, I'm there. He's like, yeah, that's my wife there. That's my daughter there. And then somebody, a counter over, was like, oh, my God, is that? He was like, yeah. He said, come on over. Let's talk. And so she's talking, and she said, my son plays. He's like, you got a picture of him? So he's like looking at me. Oh, man, he's invested. What position?
Wow.
Oh yeah, he gonna be good. Yeah, tell him, sign that. Boom, we're good. And we're like, you gotta go. You're gonna miss your travel plans. He's like, okay, I'm sorry. You be good though. We're like, yo.
Wow.
So
I mean,
like you said, you just talk to him.
It sounds kind of blasphemous that Keyshawn is saying the best Bill was an ex-Patriot.
It's crazy.
I'm just saying.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, character-wise, the best
Yeah.
Bill I ever met was Lawyer Malloy. And anybody there that they can attest to, we'll never forget him.
That's really cool.
The one I like to make fun of all the time, to his face, is J.P. Lossman.
J.P. Lawson?
To his face.
Yeah?
I didn't care because he was a dirtbag. Everybody knows,
really?
he's a dirtbag. And
I
he
heard Trent Edwards is kind of douchey too.
No, I ain't see Trent. I got to his aunt, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What'd you say to his aunt, man?
You don't even want to. Well, I was at work, and she came and was like, yeah, my nephew's your new quarterback. I said, not for long. Nah, not for long.
He's not my quarterback.
He your quarterback, not mine. But yeah,
Wow.
like I said,
How short was JP?
no, he's tall. He's like,
Is he really?
He's like 6'2", 6'3".
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's not tall, but
So
like
he was
think.
was all of 6'2" though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta specify.
Usually dudes don't get credit for their height.
Right.
Like, yeah, he's 6'4".
Yeah, he really 5'11".
No, he was up there. He was a bigger guy, you know, for a quarterback. You know, like I say, I see Josh and he looks a basketball player. He's monster. No, he looks a basketball player.
Yeah.
So
Tall,
when you talk about Josh in that way, you're talking about him being slender.
He's tall and slender. He's tall. He's like my height almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he's not bulky. He's not imposing.
He looked like a typical basketball
Yeah,
player.
he looks like
NBA
yeah.
player.
Yeah. But I did see the guy from London. What's his name?
The big dude?
He ain't that big. His legs are huge.
His legs
His
is
upper
big?
body is not.
Nah.
Not at all. Not at all.
That makes sense with the sport he
Yeah,
plays.
his upper body is not. He needs.
He
What
need-
Kevin Hart say?
He need to say it with his chest.
Right.
He need to get the weight room.
What Kevin Hart said, the opposite of Uncle Richard Jr. He said, bomb bottom, not a game. Up top, got to work on that. Got to work on that a little bit. But yes, I mean it's yeah. We see them all, and I can tell you, if you just let them, it's like I saw Ed Oliver one time, and I know this is a run on, but we have nothing else to talk about.
We do, Keyshawn. Don't tell the people that.
No, we actually do. But I mean, Ed Oliver, it was funny because I was sitting there, and I'm like, okay, he's almost gonna make it. Just hurry up, because he got this big 91 chain on his gold. I'm like, why? He went and got his equipment. I was like, he's almost there. Then he stopped and turned around. I said, you screwed up. As soon as he walked away, he said, hey, aren't you? And then everybody flossed. You were so close. It's a big bill, because he's big. He had a Bills shirt on, the 91. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're done, B. You're done.
Everybody go spot you.
Yeah.
I mean, you at some point you have to just know, like, the dude, he wanted that. You can't walk around like that and just be like, I'm trying to be incognito.
You know
like,
what? It's a slippery slope, because if you don't know his face, there's a lot of guys that pose. Like, he wasn't like super flashy, like with the white. He just had that big. And a lot of guys at the airport, they have, like the gaudy jewelry, because they go to, I didn't know this, but they go to Niagara Falls Outlet Mall and put these things on layaway, and they're financing these things. So like for him to have that, that's so.
And that store is legit. Like they legit like thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Like that ain't no little
Dude, I didn't know.
swap
I'm
meet
like,
store, man.
I'm working 2 jobs. I'm not hurting for a thing, and I can't afford none of this stuff. Then my friend was like, "Oh yeah," I was like, so that's how they do it. And he was like, "Yeah, you ain't know." I said, "You ain't do that for my stuff, dude." She's like, "No." I said, "Okay," because I don't have nothing that expensive first and foremost, but good.
Yo, when I saw Reed at the airport, this is during COVID, a lot of people didn't even know who he was.
Yeah,
Really?
he becomes normal.
Normal dude had his trench coat on, and I'm like, I was handing him the paper. I'm like, yo, but I didn't want to make a big stink out of it. But I'm like, yo, this is. So I was talking to him like, yo, what's going on, man? I'm like, man. I said, you a legend, man. He was like, whatever. But he was real down to earth, cool. But like, he's in this group of people with all these like, and nobody's like. I'm like, do y'all not know who's standing in front of me right now? Like, this is the man. But he was real cool, like not flashy. Like people didn't even know where he was. Like unless you was like in his face, like you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just a regular dude.
you know who I was really upset I missed the chance to meet?
Who?
Donald Jones.
Yeah.
Remember that camp that Allie and Ray went to a couple weeks, or like 3 weeks ago or something like that?
Yeah.
So my boy Jeremy runs the camp, and he's he works for the Carolina Panthers, and so this is the second year of that camp, and we went up there to help Damaris sell tea, right? So Jeremy starts reading off all the players' names that, all like, because they were up there as coaches, right? So after they finished the drills, Jeremy wanted to acknowledge the coaches and all that stuff, and he's saying the names, and I hear Donald Jones. I'm like, oh, I was just out on the field. I ain't get to shake this dude's hand, no nothing, right? And then right after that, with like everybody was trying to go take pictures with all the players and stuff like that. So like at that point, I didn't want to walk up to the dude and be like, yo, man, big fan, man. Like, because then I look like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I got to meet a few of the players beforehand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And kind of, greet and shake hands and stuff like that. But, man, I was tight because, like, and I know you are not a fan of his, but for me, Donald Jones was one of those players like Stevie Johnson, like one of those dudes that was completely underrated but beloved by me. And most of the Bills fans.
On the field, I'm with you.
Through that time.
I'm with you on the field. I think my disdain with him was off the field. Off the field was my disdain with him. He just was. I'm Donald Jones. Like, so, and what's your point? But that was when he was on the radio and stuff like that. Yeah. I think when he was hungry, when he was a player, he probably was a different. I mean, he wasn't the worst by any means, but it just wasn't what I was hoping to get out of the guy. Right. And I just, it was just an interaction that I didn't have, that football player to agent. It was just man to man, and he just didn't live up to my expectations.
Gotcha. That's fair. All right, let's move on. We've been on this for
where were we? We started that.
We've been on this for a half an hour already. Jeez.
That's all right. We started that.
Good topic. Marshawn Lynch, man.
Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah. That's how we do it. Okay.
Yep. No doubt. We take up a whole show with all this.
Talking
stuff.
about I'm sorry.
All right. What's next? What y'all got?
So I got a question.
Okay.
So it was the holiday. We had the 4th of July, but normally for holidays, for Christmas, Thanksgiving, there's like a movie marathon, right? They play some movie over and over again, right? So for the 4th, I'm like, man, what movies? Like, I didn't really see no movies. I'm like, man, where the movies at? And then I was thinking about it. What is y'all? So people in the comments or watching live, like you could fill in too. What is y'all favorite sports movie?
Yo, what the heck? Are you in my brain?
Favorite sports movie of all time?
Are you in my brain?
And then there's a part 2. What sport do you think makes the best movies? Like out of basketball, football, hockey, baseball, which one makes the best movies?
Damn.
I haven't seen
a lot of
really?
sports movies.
Yeah. That was one of my questions.
So you haven't seen a lot of sports
I haven't seen a lot of sports movies. Like, I've never seen Rudy. I've never seen, Coach Carter. Did I see Coach Carter?
That's with Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, I did see Coach Carter. What's the one? Is that Remember the Titans?
That's
Coach Boone?
That's Denzel Washington.
Denzel, yeah, I've never seen that one. I seen Gridiron Gang.
Yeah.
But I can't, like, the only basketball movie, 2 that I remember seeing is Above the Rim.
Yes.
And White Men Can't Jump.
Classic. Oh, you got the 2 classics right there.
Oh, okay.
Those are 2 classics right there.
Those are the only 2 I remember.
Like, the only one you missing, like, classic-wise would be, like, Blue Chips.
Blue Chips. Arab Deer was interesting.
With Shaq.
No, I never seen
You
that.
saw that one?
The Arab Deer was good.
Arab Deer was good. Was He Got Game.
Ray Allen was horrible, but yeah.
Yo.
He was horrible.
Yeah. It was a good movie, but
It was. Yeah. Why you let him in the house? Didn't I tell you don't let nobody in the house? Why you let... Man, shut up. You lucky Denzel was your dad. This movie was tanked.
Love is basketball.
Oh, yeah. See, this more of the ladies joint.
I ain't like Loving Basketball. I ain't like Loving Basketball.
Yeah, no.
That one was like a classic, though. That's a classic, man.
I'll play you for your heart. Man, get out of here.
Of course, that would be your reaction.
Don't get T started. Oh, God.
Ring of Edwin says Cinderella Man and boxing.
Ooh.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad. I've never seen Cinderella Man, but I remember watching the promo stuff for it on TV, and it looked like a great movie.
That was a good one.
Mo Fame says Second String and Unnecessary Roughness.
Ooh, Unnecessary Roughness.
What's that one?
Kathy Ireland and Sinbad, and that was.
Remember Sinbad was a teacher, and he had a year eligibility left, but they made him play?
Yeah.
That seems vaguely familiar. I might have seen. See, that's the thing. Like, I've probably seen a lot more than I remember.
Right.
I just have to see it again and be like, oh yeah. But I don't know. For some reason, my brain don't stick to that stuff.
I can tell you, the hidden gem. You got to be. I don't want to say old because I'm sorry, that's disrespectful. But the hidden gem of a movie, if you're a basketball fan, The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh.
What?
Yeah, it was starring Julius Erving.
I've never seen that.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was in there.
I never see that.
Trent Tucker, because you have to. I think you can rent it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom introduced it to me when I was younger. It was basically about a team that was horrible, Pittsburgh, obviously, and they were trying to figure out they had to do it a gimmick. What is this gimmick? How can we be better? So what they did was they had open tryouts. They went to get to a medium, not a psychic, and she said, he's a Pisces. Fish to say Pittsburgh, Pisces fish. Every minor team's got to be a Pisces. So they had open tryouts for all these Pisces. Middle Art Lemon from the Globetrotters is in there, and Jamal Wilkes was in there. All these Lakers and stuff like that. And so they put this team together, and now they're nice. Now they good. Julius Erving doing this thing, all this stuff. Well, they kidnapped the psychic, and she's now part of the team. And now the team is like doing real bad because their chi is off. Against Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and these other cats, but it was a really good movie. It was a good movie if you had nothing else to do. It's cheesy, but it was if you like basketball.
Yeah.
Also, which is surprising, I don't like Will Ferrell, but semi-pro.
Oh,
That's a hot take. You don't like Will Ferrell?
I love semi-pro, man.
Wow.
Semi-pro.
I could watch that all day.
Right here,
Every
right
time
here,
that was come on.
Yeah.
right here. Nope, don't like it.
So now, what was you got a favorite sports of all time? Like your favorite sports movie?
Sports movie?
Yep.
No, basketball is my favorite sports movies though. Like,
Yeah?
because you got Eddie with Whoopi Goldberg,
Yep.
and you got
Remember the joint with Queen Latifah and Common?
you got what is that?
Just Right?
Just Right.
Man, you could even throw Joanna Man in there.
Joanna Man.
Joanna Man was good.
Come check, got the crazy.
Let me know.
He said, Joanna, you a man? Am I a man? I love you, Joanna. Don't forget about Hoop Dreams was a great one.
Hoop Dreams.
Hoop Dreams was a great one.
Yep.
Does Kobe doing work count? It's a documentary, a movie documentary. But
Okay, let me ask y'all this. Because I'm thinking about all these movies. Does Rocky have to be the greatest of all the sports movies in the world?
So, to me, so that was my answer to one of the questions. Like, what's the greatest sports movie? Like,
Because that would be mine.
it's
Like,
boxing. Like, you got the Creed, you got the Ali's,
Yeah.
you got all the Rockies, you got
Lindsay said Creed,
Southpaw,
yeah. Yep.
you got the one with
The Fighter.
with Mark Wahlberg. Like, there's so
Oh,
many.
that's right,
There's
yeah.
so many great boxing movies because like they tell a great story. Like they got everything in there.
Yep.
But out of that, so I would probably say the boxing is number one for the best movies, best sports movies of all. But out of the four major sports, the one that I think that makes better movies, it's between basketball and baseball for me, man.
Ooh, you're right. Baseball do got some good.
One of my favorites, A League of Their Own.
oh, that's a great movie.
I love that movie.
Great movie.
About the girl baseball team.
Nope. Okay. This settles it right here.
What?
It has to. It has to. It's baseball.
You think it's baseball?
The Sandlot.
Sandlot is classic.
See,
It's
For me-
the greatest of all time.
well, for me, I watched it. I didn't really get into it. I mean, for me, I don't like baseball. I don't like boxing. So
It's not interesting. It's not like the Sandlot wasn't meant to be like interesting. It was meant to be like quirky and kind of funny and just generally weird.
And
right?
it tells a story.
Yeah. Like
Yeah, I didn't
it's
really
just
get
a
into
story.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really get into. That's just me. I know
like-
it's a classic.
So
but
like for me, like it's to me, basketball and baseball is a tie because like Above the Rim, White Man Can't Jump,
Field of
like
Dreams.
all these basketball movies, like they had me in there. Like I was glued. Sunset Park, like I was glued to
Ooh,
these.
Busy.
Joints. Remember that joint?
Busy, yes.
I was glued to these.
Yeah.
But then you got the baseball.
Oh my
And again,
God. That was another one.
Major League. Remember Wesley Snipes?
Yeah. Yo.
Way to go, Bobby!
Major
Yes.
League.
Way to go, Bobby!
Field of Dreams.
Yo.
Angels in the Outfield. The Bad News Bears. Like it's so many good
oh, you
baseball
forgot about
movies.
watch this,
man.
Ma. I got you. Bingo Long and the Traveling All Stars.
Oh, you going way back.
You never saw it? It's actually pretty good.
Yeah. What about this? You ever see Brewster Millions?
Yeah,
No,
With
I
Richard
never seen
Pryor?
that.
I did see that.
Love that movie, man.
I did see that. Yep.
Ring of Edwin says Angels in the Outfield. That was
Yes.
one of my movies.
Is that the
back
one?
then.
Yes.
If you build it, they'll
Sure.
come. Is that
No,
that one?
that's Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams. Okay.
Yeah.
Angels in the Outfield was when they had help.
Oh, you forgot about Six Men then, with Marlon
Ooh,
Wayans.
yes, that's another
Oh
good one,
yeah,
man.
that's a
Yeah.
good
That's
basketball.
what I'm saying. Basketball.
You set up
baseball
like
and basketball, they got the good ones. But you know, my favorite is football. But like, it's you either got the funny or you got the serious. There's no in between. So
Yeah.
like, you got like Waterboy.
Yeah.
I love Waterboy. You got like
I like the Invincible.
I
Vince
saw that
Papale,
one. Yep.
Rudy.
You guys ever notice how what's the word I'm looking for? How slanted football movies kind of are, right? Gridiron Gang. You got the other movie with Adam Sandler when he played quarterback, huh?
Longest Yard.
The Longest Yard. What was the movie that Wesley Snipes was in where he pulled out a gun and shot the dude chasing him?
How did you forget about Any Given Sunday?
Oh yeah,
Willie
Any
Beeman.
Given Sunday.
Yeah, I'm
Any
like,
Given Sunday.
yeah.
Like you notice a theme happening here.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these football movies are like
Super
really
violent
violent
and
and
dark.
really, really dark. Like what's going on?
Remember the program?
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Remember the program?
that might have been the movie I'm
I think
talking
that
about.
is.
I think it is.
Yeah,
think that
yeah.
is.
Like, who was? I think Al Pacino was a coach or something like that.
Yeah.
That was
Any Given Sunday.
No,
Sunday.
okay, so who-
No, the
who's
program is the one where Omar Epps.
Omar Epps. Yeah, he was in that one.
Somebody pulled out a gun in that one. I think that's the
Okay,
one.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
they was playing the game.
Yeah, that's it.
And the dude
That's
pulled
it.
out a gun and shot the dude on the field that was chasing him. Like, yo, it's the rawest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm scoring this damn touchdown. Wow. That's how it's going down this Sunday. Sure. I wish the Bills would do something like that. Yo, we can't deal with Mahomes no more. Bow! Oh my gosh. Hey, listen. I wait, did we answer both questions?
I mean, I gave my answer. I don't know about y'all. What's y'all favorite and what's y'all favorite sport?
Favorite sport, basketball. I don't really have a favorite.
You don't have a
movie
favorite
because
sports
I'll probably
movie?
sit down and watch anything basketball.
Really?
Yeah, if it's on, if I see Hoop Dreams, I'm gonna sit down and watch it. I don't
Yeah.
care what I'm doing. Ken, come watch this. If I, whatever. So
Yeah. What about you?
I think baseball gives me the best vibe.
The best
for,
vibe,
for the movies
baseball?
that I like. You know,
Yep.
like Sandlot, Angels in the Outfield. You know, that kind of.
everybody
That kind
loves
of vibe.
The Natural because it's on in Buffalo.
Yep.
The majority of it.
Yep.
Okay. So, you got something?
I had.
You had?
Well, I had a couple things. Let's
Okay.
see. Sean Merriman. I saw a short on him when he was talking about coming to Buffalo.
To
He said
do
he
what?
ain't, huh?
To do what?
No, when he was coming.
What?
The last time.
Oh, when he came. When he was playing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he said he didn't want to go. He was literally kicking and scratching not to go. But in his call, and he said, "We know you aren't the person or player you once were, but we really want you to come in. We think you can help us with this team." He said, "You're going to love it here." He said, "I said, with all due respect, please tell Ralph and family, I ain't coming." He said, well, Sean, is a $25,000 fine a day for not coming. Sean was like, "Send that plane over here. I'm going to be over here."
Right.
25. He's like, "I ain't got that kind of money to be spending." So he says, honestly, one of the best things he ever did, one of the best things that ever happened to him. He thinks that the Bills were 0-6 when he got here, but he can't forget the 55,000 screaming fans that were shirtless. He never saw anything like that in his life. He said he built a close relationship with the Buffalo fans, and it's friendships he's going to take throughout his life now because of what he experienced. So when I heard that, I know you say a lot about the fans making a change and things won't change until the fans do it. But my thing is, we need the fans to do what they're doing because the fans that embrace these players and show the love bring better players. Mm-hmm. That's what I look at. They bring the better players, normally. That's what everybody says. Oh, the fans in Buffalo, the atmosphere, the this, that, third. And if we had the money, sorry, Vaughn,
Right.
you would have a better product.
I don't know. Okay. Let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Name a time that you remember as a Bills fan where it was easier to get free agents here than it is right now.
It is right now?
Yes.
Right now it's not. I don't know how easy it is right now.
Compare like, 'cause
We're talking about just sentiment.
Huh?
You're talking about just sentiment, not financials, just sentiment.
No, I mean, well, yeah, like players wanting to come here because Sean Merriman was saying he didn't want to.
He didn't want to come here. Right.
Right. But I look at it like this. I think even in 2024 with the team build that we have, there are still a lot of players in the league that would love to come to this team because of one dude, JA-17. And we've never had somebody like that since Jim Kelly was in office. And I think if they had free agency back in those days, they kind of started to, I think, like towards the end of that run. But if they had it back then, I'm sure the Bills would have gotten a lot more players then too that wanted to come here to play with Jim Kelly and to play with Bruce Smith and some of those boys, right? So I get what you're saying. I think where we have to tweak that a little bit, or I'd just say where I disagree. I think the fan effect is after the fact, right? When you're talking about people wanting to come here, most of the time they just know how crazy the fans are on Sunday. They don't know about the embrace that the fans give. They don't know about the welcoming atmosphere and the vibe that the fans create for these players. And that's what ends up winning them over when they come here. But before they come here, it's how much money they got, who on their team. Oh, they got Josh Allen? Sign me up.
Well, I think there's some truth to that, but I think they all say players talk, and
But the fans ain't the first thing they say. Not now.
No. The players talk though. What I'm saying is, I mean, you look at right now, they almost got turned down by Von Miller. We'll say, but outside of that, who else was there? Stephon Diggs, and then who am I missing?
Right, like what big person came over here?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't had anybody.
Well, okay.
But now the people who leave though, like to Keyshawn's point, like people who leave, like when they leave, like when they say, "Oh, if you guys be here," the first thing they say is, "I'm gonna miss the fans," right? They don't say because one, it's New York State, so you're paying them taxes, right? So your check is gonna be lower than what it could be anywhere else, right? And then we haven't won a Super Bowl, so you got to deal with that. But you take all the negativity. When Harrison Phillips left, when Marshawn Lynch left, when all these dudes left, every last one of them said, "Dang, I'm gonna miss them fans."
And even Diggs said it.
I'm gonna miss the fans because though, like as a player, yes, you want your money right. First and foremost, the money got to be right. Secondly, do I got a role on the team, the defense, whatever? But at the end of the day, like once you're in there, once all the paperwork is done and you're in there, you're a player. Now it's the experience, right? What am I going to see on Sunday? And that the fans' atmosphere, I think it really is game changing.
Yeah.
Okay.
For these dudes to come here and see the fans get down like we get down.
They talk about the mafia.
Right.
I mean, Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce. I mean, like you said, there's truth to that because my next point, and I'm gonna let you go right back to it, but my next point was like all the guys that kicked and screamed to come here. How many of them are still here? Jim Kelly was one of the main ones. I'm not going, and he still lives here.
Come here. He prolonged it. What? 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years. He
said,
still lives here. Thurman Thomas still comes back.
Thank you, Roy. Roy says I think money talks more for the players. I mean that at the
all
end of the
things
day.
equal,
At the end of the day, that's really. That's what it boils down to for every single player in the league. And I mean, they'll all tell you, like, look, if the money ain't right, I don't care what the city look like.
Right.
No, I don't think people are coming here to because of the fans. That's not what I'm getting at. But I think the fans are a lot of the buy-in once they get here. Obviously, like you said, the front end, the money. But after that, it's crazy over here.
Right. So, like for example, let's say I'm a up and coming good player in the NFL, and I'm going to Miami. I'm getting paid.
Right.
I ain't got to pay no taxes, and I'm getting paid. I'm good, and it's hot. But when I get there and I talk to other players, the fans in Miami are not like Buffalo. Half of them, honestly, they don't even really watch the game.
Right.
They got a club in Miami, in the stadium, that they be partying during the game.
Right.
So the game is secondary to the Miami fans. Like you got a couple diehards, but for the majority of people, they come in to party.
Right.
They're not coming.
It's not the priority. Like
exactly.
Yeah.
So you got those players who, you there, you making good money, but it's the after effect. Like now that I'm here,
what's next?
It's kind of whack. But you're not complaining because you're getting paid.
Right. And that's the thing. All things equal. Like I'm not trying to say the fans are gonna bring people in and take hometown discounts. That's
right.
That's not what I'm getting at. I'm just thinking in terms of guys like Merriman, Kelly, Diggs. Because I was listening to, I forget who it was exactly, but they were like, for all you want to say about Diggs, he thanked Buffalo. He acknowledged how much he liked us and loved it here, this, that, and third. But he didn't do that in Minnesota. And it was the same ship-off.
Yeah.
He got traded away
under
bad circumstance. Didn't say jack-ish about Minnesota when he left.
That's true.
Oh, okay. I get that. But I always operate under the impression or thought process that there's kind of caveats to every perspective, right? The Diggs thing, they didn't win anything in Minnesota for him to be thankful for. They had the Minnesota Miracle, and then they got smacked in the face by who did they play after that? They went on to play. Was it the Rams or somebody? It was somebody.
It wasn't the Bills, so I couldn't answer that question.
Right. I'll find out. But anyway, to me, I think the fan. I don't want to call it a debate, but the fan conversation to me is while they do endear players when they come here. I mean, ultimately, I think that's part of the job, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a player, when I come to a city, I have to engage with the fans. Like, well, I don't want to say have to in terms of if I don't want to, I'm forced to. But on some level, these players do have a slight obligation to the fans. I mean, essentially, we're paying their salaries. You know what I'm saying? Like, our money is going to the owner that goes to the players. So there's some loyalty that needs to be shown whenever a player goes and plays for a team. Now, that may not mean that he's willing to, you know, give up all his money and stay here for the rest of his life and play for us until he dies. But I don't know. I try to stay away from the typical themes of Buffalo as being something to hang my hat on. Like, when you talk about how great the fans are, that's fine. What has having great fans done for us lately? Nothing. Mm-hmm. Absolutely nothing. So when you're talking about, well, man, the fans are great and that's why players want to come here, like, because that was the original statement. It wasn't, you know, once players come here, it was players want to come here because we have great fans. I don't know if I can stand behind that and be like, well, yeah, 100%. Because, I mean, like, the reality of it is, as a player, I want to go to, well, there's one or two reasons I go to a team. Because they will help me get a ring or because they will help me get the bag. And we've seen it time and time again. Every single player that doesn't get the bag wants to leave a team. It don't matter how great their fans are. And let's keep in mind, every city thinks their fans are great. Now, who's the dude on YouTube that got the podcast that you watch?
Which one?
The Miami fan.
TD fans?
Oh, TD?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he would tell you there's a lot of diehard Miami fans.
Nah, no, he won't.
No, he wouldn't.
No, he won't.
That's what I'm saying.
Not at all.
They admit that our fan base is not that heavy.
Jacksonville.
Listen,
yeah.
I've heard people that disagree.
Of course.
Like I've heard players say like this is crazy fan. But my point is this. There are diehard fans for every team. Mm-hmm. Just because we have more of them doesn't mean that that's something that we need to hang our hat on as something that makes us better than whatever. Like, in my mind, I want to hang my hat on, we got freaking Josh Allen in the house. We got the top dog in the entire NFL. In the football world, we got the best quarterback ever. Right? Like, we know why he's not winning games. And it's not all on his shoulders. It's really not. When you have the perfect car, I guess, given to you to go and race with, and the only thing you got to do is turn on the car and turn in one direction, and the car is going to go as fast as you need to beat everybody. The lanes are going to open up for you because the guy that's, you know, telling you who's behind you and whatever is like a master at his job. Like, it makes the race so much easier, and that's what Mahomes has had. Like, I refuse to let this city, and my whole point about saying the fans are the ones that need to change first, the whole point of me saying that was part of the reason the Bills think it's okay to keep pushing stuff like we have the greatest fans in the world. The reason they do that is because it's part of their marketing process. It's because it's part of their marketing tactics to continue to get us to pay money for something that we really shouldn't be paying money for. We should not be putting up with 6+ years of not making a Super Bowl. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not going. I don't want anybody to be rooting for that on Sundays. I don't. And the second we buy tickets, the second that we you know, turn on the TV and you know, like, here's the other thing. we're giving up our time. We're giving up the most valuable thing that we have for this team. The time that we're spending on this podcast. We're giving up our time for this team. Now, I'm trying to get people to think in an expedient way. I'm not even concerned about right or wrong. I'm about expediency. And what's expedient right now for the Bills winning is the fans changing that mindset. So, I mean, for as long as I've taken to get to this final point, I can't get behind that.
Well, I'll tell you this: the Bills are here. I believe the Bills are here because of the fans. While we were losing all them, one of the reasons why we're still in the city of Buffalo is because of the fans.
It's viable
all day long, all day long.
And I
right
think,
because guess what? You got
and
teams,
that's because of the marketing team.
You got teams that were really bad. And the fans did not. The fans like I could care less.
Okay,
and those teams bounced.
I give you a case in point, and I'll probably catch a lot of heat for this. But name one thing that is vastly different from the newest iPhone to the first iPhone. Aside from the fact that you can play music and the shape barely changes. The phone, like, you can't switch around the apps. They're talking about this new one that's about to come out that you'll be able to switch around the apps and move them wherever you want. Ooh,
I mean,
you can't do that on the iPhone now.
No, you can't do it on iPhone.
Trash.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
I can tell you the difference
I
between the first Galaxy and the Galaxy now. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff you could do.
Well,
but like iPhone, I'm not a fan of iPhone.
That's not the point. That's not the point. The point I was trying to make is that iPhone has been masterful at their job in marketing to these people and getting them to believe that iPhone is so vastly superior to every other piece of technology out there. Apple, everything. Like
that's because of the people who represent iPhone.
I was going to say,
they got the people who make the money, the famous people. So you think that iPhone is a better brand because of people who's rocking it.
Right. So in Buffalo, who's the biggest people in the town? The owner of the Bills, owner of the Sabres, owner of the Bisons. Like they can put people in place, or they can put things in place to influence people. We're talking about the third poorest city in the world. We just talked about this in the last episode. When you connect with a product emotionally, like people have connected with Apple. They've connected with it because the people they love have connected with it. Mm-hmm. So same thing for the Buffalo Bills. They've gotten us to connect with the team. Why? Because they didn't connect us through just the product of football. We couldn't connect with that because we were losing all the time. So what did they get us to do? They got us to connect with the identity of the team. Oh, lovable losers. Oh, the third poorest city in the world. Everybody in the city is a lovable loser. Oh, underdogs. We're all underdogs. Oh, blue collar. We're all factory workers at the time. We love that. Hard nose. Like.
Nah, I disagree.
Okay.
That's not why they didn't sell me on that.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, we grew up as a bit, but the thing, I think the biggest part of this whole thing is it's not saying that we're superior in any kind of way. It's not. Saying that the fans are the reason. I can tell you, if we had the money, like you said, no Von Miller. Right. I'm going to keep saying this. And I just said last time, Von Miller gets unjust heat. I mean it. Both sides could be true. But if we didn't have Von, could we afford somebody else? Now, somebody else goes to Jacksonville who has more money versus the Bills, even not without Josh, but the Josh factor.
Right.
Because everybody says it. This is where I'm going to catch you. It drives me freaking mad. We're always going to win because Josh Allen. You can't only win because of Josh Allen. He's not, right. And the reason why is because even he's not a Kobe. Football is not feasible for one guy to take over a whole game.
It's
not feasible.
Can't
so
do it.
One guy, as good as Josh is, not saying he's not great, you're not going to win just because he's here. Right. Or we wouldn't have this show because of Sean McDermott. We wouldn't have this Brandon B. We wouldn't have this salary cap issue.
Right.
Because Josh Allen, you could put Josh on a bunch of scrubs and be good. Yeah. We didn't do that.
Yeah.
We overpaid here, and got nothing.
Yeah. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I think A's right. Is bottom line, you're going where you can get a ring or you get money. But what I'm saying is, out of the 32 teams, we got one of the best fan bases
that people know.
Pretty much, you got the Bills and Cowboys.
And just like if the Bills can afford to pay me, and they got Josh, or the Cowboys can afford to pay me. Or the Jets can afford to pay me.
Right. Or if the Browns going to pay me the most monies, I'm going to Cleveland. Right. It is what it is. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where the bread at.
Or if Dallas come calling and ain't no taxes over there, like, sales tax, like, I'm out.
But that's the thing. Like, people, he talk about the markets. He talk about, the Jets, Giants fan bases, the LA the markets. Some people don't like that. Right. Some people don't want to be in the limelight. Some people, And that's the thing about Buffalo. It's a community thing that you know, as much as it drives me nuts, the fans always go to the airport to watch the plane land. I'm like, yo, it was cool the first 7 times, but now
Every time
they win now, so you don't have to support. They know, they know, you know. But I mean, it's a culture thing, and I think that's, like you said, it's a detriment. It's a gift and a curse that people relate to the team and in that fashion. The blue collar set, because they see them they put what they perceive to be all they have on the field, when in actuality we know sometimes they wet themselves in big moments. But I think that the brass has to do a better job of mitigating the salary versus the talent. Because we shouldn't be sitting and talking about Cam Lewis maybe starting at safety, nickel, corner, and a gun. That shouldn't happen.
Right.
Love Cam Lewis.
Right.
He's a depth player.
Right.
Yo, had I heard this, and this is I don't know if y'all heard this or not, but had I heard this when it first came out, I could have easily just told you who was going to start at safety when I heard this. Okay.
Mike Edwards. Here we go.
Nope. Bills head coach says overlooked safety has asserted himself into leadership role. Who is he talking about?
Overlooked safety.
You gonna hate this.
It's got to be Mike. It's not Mike.
It's Taylor Rapp.
Taylor Rapp.
It's Taylor Rapp.
I think that makes my blood boil more than Mike. I think that really makes my blood. But see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You drafted Cole Bishop, which is the same player as Taylor Rapp. Who was your center fielder? It ain't gonna be Cole, and it's damn sure not gonna be Taylor Rapp. Where was Bullard?
Hey.
Where was Kinchins? Where was James Williams? Where are these guys? The guy, I forgot his name. But anyway, where are these guys that play center field? So you got 2 identical guys, 2 box safeties, and the one that you signed to a prove-it deal, even though it's a 3-year deal, is now your leader? McDermott, man, I have to say it. Fuck you mean.
Well, you gotta keep this in mind too. The safeties in Carolina, Mike Minter, and I can't remember the other guy, but Mike Minter is probably one of the slowest safeties to play the position, like, ever, right? He was, but he wasn't relegated to the box safety role like most of the slower safeties are in the league, right? And what that speaks to is something that we all know is Sean's defensive scheme does well for safeties. It makes their job easy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for the secondary in general, the scheme is designed to make their job very, very easy. It's why they've been so good in pass defense the entire time that he's been there. Is because when you have players that can kind of go out there and you know, just play free, they don't have to think so much, and the scheme just kind of comes to them, right? In the way that it did for Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer and Trey White and Levi Wallace and now Christian Benford. And, I mean, friggin' Rasul Douglas is getting rated by journalists as the 19th best corner in the league.
Yeah, PFF has him at 15.
Right. So you know, I think when you're looking at what the expectations are going to be versus what they should be, I should say what the expectations are now versus what they should be. The expectations for these safeties in-house is we don't need nobody else. And that sucks because I want Justin Simmons in this house, right? But the way that Sean has operated, he don't need that. You know what I'm saying? He took 2 guys from teams that were barely using these players and turned Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer into household names. You know what I'm saying? So what's stopping them from turning Taylor Rapp and Cole Bishop or Taylor Rapp and Mike Edwards into household names here? You know what I'm saying? I don't think it would take that long, honestly.
You know what? I just don't think they have that factor because Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer were both guys for me, Cleveland and Green Bay respectively, that you could see something in them. And I think I go back to it. I remember texting Aaron about it when I was watching Cleveland. It was a game after the Bills game went off, and I was like, yo, who is this safety? It's in Cleveland. Who the heck is this guy? He's half amazing. And then when I'm like, Jordan Poyer. So I was like, let me look this dude up. He ain't did nothing. He on 2 different teams, whatever. They said Buffalo Bills signed. I'm like, yo. I'm like, yo. I'm so excited. And everybody's like, why do you like Poyer? I'm like, trust me, he's that dude.
Yeah.
Micah Hyde, I didn't know enough about because I knew he was a cornerback, and in Green Bay, I'm not watching Green Bay. It wasn't gonna happen. It's like one of the most boring teams in the world, and it's like whatever. But that in Seattle, but it was something about Poyer. I was like, yo, this is our dude, and I'm glad it panned out. Now I don't see that star power in Taylor Rapp. I just don't.
Now, do you think that Hyde and Poyer were the same player?
What do you mean?
You said Bishop and Taylor Rapp are pretty much the same player.
No, they're different. I think
they're
separate.
vastly different?
Yeah.
They play pretty the same when they play here. Well, I don't know if it's a system where they're in Buffalo, why they play like, because they were pretty much interchangeable.
Well, the thing is, they were interchangeable in the fact that, you could switch them up on sides. But you never really saw Micah Hyde blitz. You never really saw him in run support. You saw him more of that roving, free range. We don't have that in either one of those guys back there. And that's the big Jordan Poyer. You couldn't ask to do that. He would moonlight at it, but you didn't depend on him to get like that interception on Mac Jones. And what was that, the perfect game he did that in?
Yes.
Where he went from like way over here to way the hell over there and got the ball. Like Poyer wasn't doing it. Poyer would knock your head off, and that was the difference. Micah Hyde will not. So I think that's the dynamic that would make this defense go. And if you're telling me Mike Edwards is Micah Hyde, I don't know.
No, I'm not. I don't,
no, not you. Not you. I'm saying.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I just don't think anybody can rightly say that Mike Edwards is going to be anywhere near Micah Hyde. It's just two different dudes. Man.
Right. And that's what I'm afraid of, because I'm good with whoever you put in your box. That's not as much of a liability. But when you got Christian Benford, Rasul Douglas, Taron Johnson, you need that guy that's going to rove. Yeah. You need somebody that's going to be able to confuse the quarterback. Yeah. And I don't think we have anybody fleet of foot enough. And I don't think, unless Mike Edwards shows that you can't bully him, they're going to go at him.
Yeah, I think I don't anticipate. I'll put it like this: I'll be surprised if Sean has. Yo, we might have to play that at the end of the show. I don't know if I don't. You all right?
A full acting stupid, man.
Okay, it's all good. So I don't think Sean is going to get into having Mike Edwards and Taylor Rapp do all the different things that Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer were doing. I think Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde were just different in the way that they could play the game and in the amount of things that they could do. Taylor Rapp is limited. Mike Edwards is very limited. That's why they went and spent a second-round pick on Cole Bishop, right? So I think
Go.
I think the value that we're going to get at safety this year is more so in what we're paying them versus the impact that they have within the scheme of the defense. Now, I do think that we're going to see our corners step up and do more this year, sort of in the way that the Carolina defense had Josh Norman and the year that they had the two rookies playing. I think it was Daryl Worley and who was the other guy? Daryl Worley, and who was the other?
I know they had Captain Munderland somewhere in there.
Yeah, I think he was their nickel. But there was another dude that ended up going to the Eagles. He just went to the Eagles, I think, last year or 2 years ago. But anyway, those two rookie corners came in and played very well. And that's the type of schematic change I think we're going to see this year, where a lot more penetration from the defense, or a lot more focus on that. Maybe not so much, and this is probably going to be a detriment, but the run stopping ability of this defense is not. It's not the main focus. Mm-hmm. If it was the main focus, they would have built it differently. I don't care what anybody says. It's just not, right?
Bigger backers, yep.
Why'd you say that, Cinque? He said I could see Elam switch if corner don't pan out.
Switch to safety. That's where I am too.
He's not his own guy.
I know, but I think that's where I am. I don't know why they didn't try him out at safety. I mean, I know he's not his own guy, but I don't know. He's not hurting anything by trying it, by giving him a look. Maybe they did, because he's not doing anything now.
Yeah, but it's that's part of the issue. That's part of the issue. The issue. I mean,
I just want to get him on the field. That's all I really want to do.
Right.
Put him somewhere.
Right. Just let him actually have a chance to win a job in preseason and training camp and all that, because the last 3 years he hasn't had that. He hasn't had a fair shot. The DB coordinator at the time didn't like the dude.
But we got Jamal Adai now. Jamal.
So basically, he's going to be battling for Benford's spot, because right now you got Douglas and Taron Johnson. They're pretty much a lock, right? He's locked at nickel.
You think Douglas would be a lock at 1?
Oh yeah, he's definitely a lock. He's definitely a lock.
Wow.
But so the only toss up right now, they got Benford slotted there, but if Elam get on the field, that's the only way I see him get on the field is if he surpassed Benford.
Which is weird because to where you're going, they laud Benford like he's just the guy that's just like cemented in there.
Dude, I just saw PFF. They got us rated like we did like the top 5 cornerbacks in the league.
I don't know how.
Yeah,
I don't know how. They really love Taron Johnson.
That's probably what it is.
That's what it is.
Because what it is he's a high rated nickel corner. But because he's so high, it's boosting everybody else up.
Yeah, because Christian Benford he didn't even place on that power ranking.
They're not terrible, but because of he's up there, it's boosting everybody up.
Yeah, Taron was 10th.
I think was he 10th?
He was 10th
Overall?
Yeah. They had him as 10th overall cornerback.
I think
then
he's
they had
second just in the nickel.
Yeah. Yeah. Then they
crazy.
had Douglas at 15, and then Benford wasn't even on the list.
He wasn't on the list.
He wasn't even on the ranking.
That's what I'm saying. So I think if he, like A said, if he actually get a real shot to compete, it will be for Benford's spot.
I would think so. But see, we know McDermott does everything backward. So let me ask you a question though. This is my weird thought. Producer, you can get in on this if you want. Are there any words that you just don't understand why they exist?
Any words?
Yeah, like if you hear a word, you're already laughing. If you hear like no pause moment, none of that ayo, but like you hear a word, you like, yo, why is this word a thing? Like for instance, with me, anytime I hear ointment, I just start laughing.
Ointment?
Ointment. It's like the funniest word in the world to me.
Why?
You could say medication. You could say anything. Why is it got to say ointment? What makes ointment ointment?
Name another word that paints the picture of ointment in your
What
mind.
is ointment?
It's something you spread.
You can't spread medication. Topical.
Paste.
Oh yeah, you can spread the paste.
But instead, you got to go to the doctor.
Paste doesn't describe the consistency of ointment.
So what is ointment? When you hear ointment, you just know get the ointment.
Ointment is ointment. Like what else do you want ointment to be? You know what I'm saying? Like why be mad at the word? There's no other word that describes what ointment is.
So what? Okay, so
this is where we going right now. It's Friday. What?
Petroleum jelly.
There you go. There you go.
you could say that.
Petroleum jelly.
Jelly?
That's what? That's the scientific term for ointment.
Ointment.
What? Okay, but hold on.
Is a scientific term.
Isn't ointment like a thematic term where it just kind of like it's a categorical term I should say, where like
why can't petroleum
petroleum jelly
Look at
fits
this.
under that or aloe fits under that. Like they're all kind of ointments.
Hold on, here it goes. It says difference between cream and ointment. Let's see. Cream. Okay, difference between ointments, cream, paste, gel, lotion, and jelly.
They're all different, so you can't replace them.
No, creams are opaque, viscous, relatively soft, consistently spreadable, semi-solid dosage. Okay, that's too much. Ointments
Normally
are
less than
semi-solid.
50% hydrocarbons, waxes or polyols.
And ointments are semi-solid dosage forms that comprise less than 20% water and volatiles and more than 50% hydrocarbons. Okay, so if you bleeding from your arm, you be like, yo, I only need that 20%, dog. Give me the ointment.
Right. Like,
no.
Like Flex
give me the jelly.
Like Flex Seal. You just slapped on that bad boy. I'm good.
No, just give me. No, that's just ridiculous to me.
I don't know about words. For me, it's the way that words are spelled. Like to me, like, yeah, because because like people who learn English, I feel bad for them because I'm thinking, well, English is easy because they speak it everywhere. But bro, like some of the words, like they don't make sense, dude. Like they really don't make sense. Like when you really think about it, look at them, like, oh man, it don't make sense.
Yeah.
Like why do you got one word that can mean two different things?
How do you pronounce that, Roy? Unguent, another name for ointment.
What is it?
Lindsay says menthol.
Hey, see, now we're going. Now we're getting there.
Unguent, UNGUENT.
Unguent.
That's a word that can be replaced by ointment.
Instead of saying
like who is walking around saying unguent? Nah, ointment.
I would probably rather say that
Finish.
because ointment. I just think about like preparation H and all this other stuff. Like, yo, you athlete's foot ointment. You know, I don't want no ointments, man.
Like
I'm too young for the ointments.
So like some of the words, like they got the silent words What's the point
Why?
of those?
Why is there a random B there somewhere?
Like tsunami. Why did tsunami start with a T?
Yeah.
Why?
Because the other one was taken.
The other one was taken. Like, what would it be if you take the C away? Tsunami. So why put the T there?
Maybe the T makes it, the T makes it more official, like a tornado nami. Something
Okay,
like that.
this show is going way left already. Thank you for that, Keyshawn. I want to get to these this comment real quick.
You can tell us your word, but whatever.
Silas, what's going on? He says Edwards does have solid ball production as the free safety. He's got 8 picks in 5 years.
Yeah, he had 3 or 4 in one season.
Yeah, yes, I think it was 3 in one season. So
How many? Did they only have 2 starts though?
No,
Two
well,
seasons
last
where he
year he
started?
started. Hold on.
Because he was in the league what, 5 years?
Yeah, last year he was a
only
starter. I'm looking
started
at it
twice.
right now. Because we did talk about this.
Career stats, he got 3 sacks, 8 interceptions, 3 touchdowns. I think those are fumble recoveries. I don't
pick
think he's got
sixes.
it.
They're pick sixes.
All 3 of them are pick sixes?
Yeah, I think he had 2 in one game. If I'm not mistaken, he had 2 in one game. So Yeah.
That's right. I just remember him getting a lot of fumble recoveries for some reason. Like he's always around balls dropping. You ain't say nothing. You just sitting there.
He got it. He like,
It was borderline.
yeah.
Borderline.
He said balls dropping. He did that purposefully. Yeah. He didn't say footballs dropping. He said balls dropping.
Right. I did. I pressed it. I pressed it. You got your credit. It's just low. We ain't got the. Okay.
Yeah, no,
bro.
Okay, there you go.
no, he had. Let's see.
How many,
last
yeah,
year,
how many starts did he have?
last year he started 5. Okay, let's do this. Let's go with 2022. That was his 12 start season.
Okay.
He had 2 interceptions, 3 passes defense, and 1 sack. If you're looking at his high, it was 2021, 4 starts, 3 interceptions, 2 touchdowns. That was
And 4 starts?
4 starts.
That ain't bad.
7 passes. That was his best year. I don't know why he had 7.
But ain't that the year they won the Super Bowl?
2021. It's one of them, I'm sure.
I say he got 2, don't he?
No, 2021. Hold on.
Let's see. I can see 2021 Super Bowl Rams.
So what year did they win it?
The Rams. Oh, Chiefs.
The Bucks.
Or Bucks.
Yeah, he I think he won with Tampa and won with Kansas City.
Yeah.
I think he got
2020.
2 rings.
2020.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, go back to his stats.
1 second. There you go. So 2020, he had no starts, 2 interceptions, 5 passes defense, 1 fumble recovered, 1 fumble forced, and no sacks.
Okay.
11 tackles.
I'm saying for the numbers that he got when he's starting and not starting, it's not bad as a starter. But again, he was on teams that had people who was way better than him, so he's not getting on the field because, you know what I'm saying, these dudes is way better than him.
And the other part of that too, the 2 years that he played, I think 2022 was probably the weakest pass rush Tampa Bay had the entire time with Brady there. 2020 and 2021, they were up there in the league as far as best pass rush in the league, right? So any secondary is going to benefit from having, a top 5 pass rush in the league. Right. And then you take him over to 2023 in Kansas City where they had the number 2 defense last year. He had 1 interception.
1 interception, 2 fumbles recovered, 51
How many starts
tackles.
was that?
Huh?
How many starts was that?
Last year?
Yeah.
5.
Right. So I mean, I don't know. It's weird. It's just weird.
His best games he didn't start. His best seasons he was not a starter.
That's what I'm saying.
Strange,
That to me is weird. Like if you play better when you're not expected to, like that tells me something about
That reminds me of the one and only time I ever played in the Gus Macker. I knew this was it. I remember riding to the what was it, downtown at the time. We were in the car. The 2 of the idiots in the car were arguing over who was going to sit down first. Now who's going to start? Who's going to sit down first? I play better when I'm on the bench first. Like, what? It's 3 on 3.
I got to come off.
Right. I got to see what's going on first. No. It's 3 on 3. Oh, my God. I said, my man, I'm never playing this again. I'm not. Can't do it. Me and my friend were the best players on the team, and these dudes were arguing over who was going to sit down.
I mean, those stats, you can't really read into them too much because it don't really tell you a lot because it just say he didn't start it. So that means if he didn't play the first play, it don't count as a start.
Right.
So he might have played the majority of the snaps, or you know what I'm saying? So it's hard to say.
I can tell you. Okay, I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say like that was one of the reasons why as soon as we signed him, I went and found as much tape on him as I could possibly find because I'm looking at the numbers and I'm like, like for the starts he had and everything like that, like it looked good, but I'm like, why did the Chiefs let him go if he was that good?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I started to watch tape and I'm like, a lot of the plays that he makes are kind of just happenstance, like he just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Well, I don't know. Jairus Byrd was a little bit more of a ball hawk than that.
Well, I'm not saying ball hawk. I'm just saying opportunist. He always in the right spot at the right time.
Yeah, but like, see, that's the thing. I don't think Mike Edwards was
No, he's
an
not
opportunist in those moments.
Yeah,
I think
happened to be
just
there.
happened upon
He
the
was
ball.
like,
yeah, right. You know what I mean? Like the tip, like a lot of his interceptions are tip balls.
Yeah.
It's not him like coming from the other side of the field like an Ed Reed and just picking it. You know what I'm saying?
Because
like,
I did watch, and that's how I knew he had 2 pick sixes. I did watch the game that he did it because I was like, let me see. So the first thing I did was I went on Pro Football Reference and I said, let me see what were his biggest impact games. And I go to NFL.com and look and watch the whole game. I'm like, okay, where is he? And I'm rewinding it, half speeding it, trying to figure out what he's doing. Nothing special. I mean, it was like you said. I was like, okay, they threw it right to him, or he happened to be. It was no, I'm gonna go take this ball. It was no, I'm gonna go dominate, which I want when you're talking about that center fielder. So people talking about he's a ball hawk, just in there like, I mean, I've seen a lot worse, but I know we could have did better.
Yeah. All right. One more thing I wanted to get in and get your thoughts on, and then we can.
Well, I had a piggyback on that point.
The last point?
Yeah.
Mike Edwards?
No, on the greater point of you alluded to it a little bit, and I actually had it in my notes. Why is it that they always push to us marketing? This player has a ring. This player's from a winning culture. This player. But my thing is this: when I'm listening to it, I'm like, okay. I would rather have the guy on a bad team who's holding the team down, the one that's got the team on his shoulders, and that's it. Then the guy like LaShawn McCoy. Sorry, I respect you, but getting 2 rings, one of them you didn't even dress for.
Right.
I don't care about you getting a ring. I want the guy that I know if you put him with better talent, he's gonna regulate. Because that's what's going to win games. And the Bills don't seem to understand that. Right. They don't go get a diamond in the rough. They say, oh, this guy was on the Super Bowl championship team. They got rid of him, so let's go get him. Right.
I think from that aspect, they feel like they're there, but having somebody who actually done it, that's the missing link that they think that they need. Well, we're close. We're right there, but what are we missing? We're missing guys who actually did it, who actually said, hey, I know what it looks like because I did it. I know what a Super Bowl defense looks like. I know what this looks like. So I'm thinking, not to say it's right or wrong, but I'm thinking that that's what they're getting out of, oh, well, let's get a guy who has a ring so maybe he can help in that area because I really think that the Bills think that they're close.
Yeah.
That's why that's the exact reason why I came up with that thought of, well, they go out and draft players after they've signed the good ones. You know what I'm saying? Because they do stuff like this where it's like, is the only reason they signed this guy because he's been there before and won a ring? Like, what other reason do you have for having these guys on the team?
You know that's what I struggle with because I'm thinking, like you just said, we draft this guy, and then you go sign a 33-year-old vet that was on the bench. Like, to your point, he has a ring. He's seen it, but I watched the Super Bowl. I saw it.
Right.
I wasn't on the sideline listening, but he wasn't on the field.
Right.
I want the guy that made the crucial third down stop against Patrick Mahomes and the boys. I want the guy the Detroit Lions offensive lineman that blocked for Jared Goff when he made the big play. I want Amon-Ra St. Brown. Right. I want people like that. That
you want the impact players.
I want the and the diamond in the rough. There are a lot of diamonds in the rough out there. Nobody thought Amon-Ra St. Brown was that guy before a couple years ago. Like they were like, he's good.
Right.
But he's not that guy.
I think he got drafted in the 5th round too.
Yeah.
I think for me, like the and I think we'll all agree on this.
Don't speak for me, man. No.
I mean, I'm waiting for y'all to prove me wrong. That'll be interesting.
Nah, go ahead.
So I think there's something to be said for respecting the mentality of a guy to think that, his scheme is good enough to where he doesn't have to get superstars on defense. But at the same time, wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be easier?
Right.
Wouldn't it be better for the productivity of the team if you did put guys who could really play into a scheme that was designed to help guys play better? I'm just saying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Like, you look at how we looked at this on Monday, how much money they're spending on this team on each side, right? Josh Allen's contract eats up 30% of the offense's
Salary.
total salary, right? The entire defense is getting paid a little over $103 million, right? And when you look at the numbers as a whole, you see offense 103, defense 103, and you think, oh, it's all balanced. Well, no, not when you got Josh Allen's contract taking up most of the offensive salary. And then you got a bunch of guys that are either rookie contracts or low ball offers.
See, that's the thing for me. To your point, that's the thing for me. You got the quarterback, 30%. We can win because we got 17. No, the hell you can't. Who's it throwing to?
Right.
The wide receiver room is like little to nothing. Yeah. They have no money. That means there's nobody that people want to invest money in. Yeah. If you can get Chase Claypool, you can get MVS, you can get – I'm not lauding these dudes because guess what? If they were that good, somebody would have paid them more than vet minimum over a one-year contract.
That's right.
Yep.
So that's my problem with this whole thing.
Yeah, and I think that's what McDermott is doing. He knows, well, worst case scenario, my defense is so good I can get this guy and it'll still work. Versus my offense, I'm gonna need Josh Allen. I'm gonna need a top tier player.
But that's the thing, he's not doing that, and that's what's so frustrating about it. It's like, yo, if you know you can just get any old dude and throw him in your scheme on defense and it'll work, why not spend $200 million on offense and just get like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not going to argue it.
Like we've seen we've seen the magic this dude has worked with backups last season.
Yeah.
Like, they did not dip. And even in that game, like, I don't think injuries were the issue in that game, in the playoff game against the Chiefs. Injuries were not the issue, right? It would have been yes, it would have been nice to have a Trey White. It would have been nice to have a
Terrell Bernard
or a Matt Milano. It would have been nice.
Healthy DeQuan Jones. Yeah.
But again, we had those players in 13 seconds and still lost, so it wasn't like they were the difference in that game, right? At the end of the day, what it came down to was Sean was able to take dudes, put them in the right position to make plays or at the very least be effective. So if you've got that ability, why not flip the pancake over to the other side and let the offense cook for a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You know, you're getting rid of Diggs. You have to give Josh that higher price that weapon. You got to give him somebody that's more dynamic than Keon Coleman. I mean, I know we haven't seen him play yet, but we know he's got a cap on how dynamic he is for this offense. Right. He's a possession guy who's going to be probably pretty good. I think he is. But when do you make that investment? When do you trade up? When do you, if you're that close, why do you need 11 draft picks?
And to my knowledge, Josh is the only quarterback from – I know he got drafted after Pat Mahomes' year, but you take Pat Mahomes' year and into now, I think he's the only quarterback who does not have a first-round wide receiver. Herbert does. Lamar Jackson did. Yep. Patrick Mahomes did. Joe Burrow does. Like, he's the only one. He does not have a first-round wide receiver.
Did y'all hear? Did y'all see?
He's never had one his whole career. It's ridiculous.
Right. That just reminded me. Do you watch the Giants Hard Knocks?
I haven't watched none of the episodes. I saw like the trailers and the clips, but I haven't watched it yet.
I saw the Saquon Barkley conversation. I saw that.
Okay, yeah. So further into the series, I'm not sure what episode it was, but there's a part where the GM for the I think they were at the combine or something like that. They were somewhere and they were looking at they were watching players work out, not in a creepy way. And they were you gotta make sure. Right? Before the AO button hit me. But anyway, the Giants GM comes and is talking to I forget, I think it's the Panthers GM, and Brandon Beane is there.
Yes.
You seen that?
I saw that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So in that conversation, Giants GM is kind of like shopping the 6th overall pick, right? And he's talking to the Panthers GM about it first, but then he makes his way over to Brandon Beane, and Brandon Beane is like, we can't effing afford a first round pick, right, let alone a top 10 pick.
Right.
Like, that's that
It's damning.
speaks right. That speaks to how bad the financial situation is now because of the contracts, because of the decisions and things that they put into place already. Like for a GM to say just flat like we can't afford that. Why not? Why not? Matter of fact, let's use your language. Why the F not, Brandon Bean?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, we know. Stephon Diggs dead cap. Von
Right.
Miller.
Von Miller.
Yeah, Deion Dawkins, he's pushed down all this stuff they
Right.
pushed down.
Right.
And that's what I said when we first started the show. Restructure, you can restructure everything, create $35 million. Easy.
Right.
Doesn't exist. But guess what? At some point, it's going to
You're still
exist.
gonna have to pay it.
At some point, you got to pay the
gotta pay
piper.
it.
And this is when you're doing it. And we can't afford it. But the year when we have Josh Allen at 28 years old, he's going into $63 million next year. He ain't got no weapons. He ain't got no. So next year, the best case scenario, he's going to have a rookie wide receiver and a second-year wide receiver. That's the best case scenario. You trade up next year and you get the guy out of Missouri or the guy out of Arizona. That's all you can do because you're not going to be able to afford that top tier wide receiver in free agency.
And ain't the wide receiver the second highest paid position on offense versus the quarterback?
Yeah,
So
skyrocketing.
you're gonna have to pay. You have to pay.
And they can't even afford it.
Yep. Where are we at? 7:40. All right, we got a little bit of time. I thought this was kind of surprising.
What you got?
There's an NFL defensive coordinator declares the Lions' offense hardest to prepare to play.
I believe it.
I agree with it.
I believe
I wouldn't want my defensive coordinator saying that. Like,
See, I can see the other pieces, but the one that's not giving me that vibe is Jared Goff.
That's why though. See, that's the problem because you got to look at how the teams are built now.
Yeah.
They're built for the pass. The Lions want to run.
Yes.
So they don't
Right.
care about Jared Goff. They're
Right.
like, you can pull whoever.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, to me, as a defense, like I said, I'm an offensive guy, but I can see how you can plan for you could predicate a defense to stop Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, or even in the tight end that they got. But like, Amon St. Brown is a beast, but I'm not like Jared Goff is not bad at any way. He's a good quarterback, but he's not. I can't see him killing me on defense. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So like, I could game
plan.
plan against him,
Yeah.
and then just worry about Gibbs and Montgomery.
The only way you can beat them right now, as I see it, is shutting the run down, letting Jared Goff kill you.
Yep.
Now, this is the problem, though. How are the Bills built? A nickel defense,
Yep.
little linebackers. We can't stop the run. Even if we want a game plan to stop the run, you saw it. We can't do it. And that's how they kill you. And that's why teams across the league are in this nickel defense with these little linebackers and this defense that's built to stop all the passing. Nobody thought, oh, snap. There's a second component to this. Somebody's going to run on us, and it happens to be the Lions.
Right. And I do like they got one of the best both worlds of dynamic running backs. They got Jahmyr Gibbs who can fast and he can catch. And you got the pounder, David Montgomery.
Mm-hmm.
So like you got the formula for a great running back team.
Is Swift still there or no?
Nope.
Oh, he's gone? Okay.
Swift, where did he go? I forgot where he went. But yeah, this
DeAndre Swift?
yeah, where he at right now?
He was with the Eagles,
Yep.
and he ended up going to.
I want to say he might be with the Bears.
Yeah, either the Bears or Minnesota. One of the two.
Minnesota, that sounds right.
Yeah.
I say
think it was
Minnesota or the Bears.
Yeah.
You want to
yeah.
look it up real quick?
Yeah, I'm going to look it up.
Okay.
Because yeah, they got David. Because in the Lions they got Gibbs and Montgomery.
Okay.
Bears.
Bears, yeah.
Bears,
Bears.
right? Nice job. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I mean that to me was it was kind of surprising. I mean, all of this goes back to the Thanksgiving Day matchup. I mean, since that game, Detroit is 17-6 since that loss.
From us,
Yes, from when we beat them on Thanksgiving.
and that was before they had Jahmyr Gibbs.
Right.
And matter of fact, I don't think they had which one either. They didn't
That's
have
the game. Trey White went
they
down.
didn't have Aiden Hutchinson on the squad.
Yeah.
So they got better players now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They had
Absolutely.
Hawkinson's.
And
Yep, they got Hawkinson.
the guys that they didn't have when they played us on Thanksgiving that are healthy now. Who's the speedy receiver they got? The dude out of Alabama.
Williams.
Oh,
James-
Jameson
Yeah,
Williams.
Jameson
Yeah,
Williams.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. They got he's back healthy now this year. So I mean, it's one of those things where the combination of the type of head coach they have, the offensive coordinator they have, and the blending of the scheme that they have, the blending of the run and the pass, and how diverse it is. Like their playbook is one of the most diverse running schemes, I'll just say, because they got a lot of different run formations that they use, but how all of that stuff rolls into play action and screens, and like it's a great system. I really like their system. It's one of the reasons why I wanted the Bills to let go of Sean and go get him if he was available last year. But he's back for another run, and I feel bad for the NFC, man. I really do. Okay. Is there anything else you guys want to get to before we jump on to uniforms? Because we had a bunch of people jump in and talk about what their favorite uniform is.
Okay, let's go.
Jumping right in?
Sure.
All right, perfect. So I had a thought, and thinking about where the Bills are right now. This is a transition year for the Buffalo Bills. This is kind of a changing of the guard, so to speak, right? In my mind, there's a few times I've seen the Bills change their jerseys twice, right? I'm not including the throwback uniforms that came out in between when we had the dark blue unis and when we changed over to the uniforms that we wear now. But I do think that there's something to be said for what uniforms do for the player. Now, Deion Sanders was one of those dudes that said it best. Look good, feel good, feel good, play good, get paid good. Right? Is it possible that the current uniforms are going to do nothing more than continue to serve as reminders of a really, really bad 6-year history that maybe changing uniforms might help to relieve?
I know Mel wouldn't be happy with that. He got too many jerseys. He got way too many jerseys.
I'll grab another one.
He's a real deal. He's a real deal.
I think for me, I don't know the color scheme or the jersey it does it, but man, for me, it depends on what number I'm wearing. Because if I'm a defensive tackle, I'm wearing 62. I'm telling you, I'm garbage right now. If it's not gonna, a running back wearing 47 or something like that, you look weird. That's crazy to me. So I think for me more than the color scheme, it's definitely the number and I know a lot of guys are terrible, but they got all the gear, all the swag, all this stuff here. You hit them one time, their shoulders collapse and they're on the ground crying. But I thought about it, and you said outside of alternate jerseys, outside of colorways, blackout games, things like that. Mm-hmm. I think. Now, are you talking about going back to the historic jerseys that we've had somewhere along the lines, or are you talking about just changing completely altogether?
Well, I'm looking at it from this is the first perspective I'm looking at it from. Some of the best years the Buffalo Bills have been blue jerseys, one white stripe, red helmet.
Okay.
Right? The only other time that we've had success outside of the red helmet was 64 and 65, but even that was very short-lived, right? Surprisingly, I didn't know this. The very first uniforms that the Buffalo Bills had were blue and gray. Mm-hmm. But anyway. Can
I ask you before you go any further?
Sure.
Do we have to go with the blue face mask again? Can we not do that?
No. We're not doing. So if we were to go red helmet, you got to go white face mask.
They had blue at one point in time. They had red helmet, blue face mask at one point in time.
I don't want to go back to that.
I do not either. That's what I'm like. Can we not?
So actually, the year we were born is when they switched to the 90s uniforms.
Damn it, Keyshawn. Why did you get born in 84? Why were you born? As my son said last night, 1984-year-old. What did he say? What did he say about 84? Last night?
He just said straight up 1984.
Yeah,
it was something about
dirtbag.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out how old you were or something like that. We were talking about 40 and he just popped 1984.
Dirtbag.
Right. Just blowing your whole spot up.
You just don't care.
Yeah. So, I was thinking about that. And I'm like, man, like, wouldn't it be great to just kind of shake off everything that the Bills have gone through over the last 6 years, all the Damar Hamlin stuff, all the anguish and infighting with Brian Daboll and Stephon Diggs, and you know what I'm saying? Wouldn't it be great to just kind of shake all of that stuff off, fresh new start? You pretty much have a fresh new team outside of what 13, 14 players on this team, essentially. Like I'm talking like main dudes, right? You just start fresh. Just get a new uniform and shake everything else off and just keep moving forward.
How long have we had these unis?
40 years? No, not
nope.
these.
We've had
these
particular ones we had since 2011.
So it's been, what, 13 years?
You have them that long?
I can see them, which I can see them doing this when they get the new stadium.
Let's see.
Rolling out new unis with the new stadium. But I do, to your point, though, yeah, man, like, especially, like, if you haven't been successful, like, shake things up, man.
Right.
Get a fresh start, get a fresh new uniforms. But I'll say you're going to make money anyway because you know we're going to buy them.
Exactly.
Right? Get a new uniform out there, get a new design. Do something different, man. Because, like, I like the red. So I like the red helmet, but I don't like our red helmets that we got. So if they was to keep the red helmet, they got to change the logo up. There's something about the reds. It don't blend well with the newer uniforms. Like the Jim Kelly joints, those are better with the old school uniforms. They don't blend well with the new style.
These cats are billionaires. They better find a way to blend them paints,
right?
Find a way to blend them paints.
Yo, I was watching Tampa Bay before they switch over to the uniforms they got now. Those colors, they went through like 50 different helmet designs to figure out what they was gonna do, and some of them was bad, some of them was cool, and then they wind up getting to where they were at. But it took a while to get there. So, like, they didn't do it overnight. Like, they put some real work in it, and they went through all these different schemes and, like, the process. I didn't think it was that much of a process just to get a new helmet and new uniforms, but I guess it is.
Yeah. You got to make sure that people are going to love it.
People are looking at it. The contrast is too much. Is this offensive? Like, a lot goes into that.
I think Buffalo's a slippery slope, though. They painted themselves into a corner with that. Because think about it like this. Obviously, we just had the 4th of July. We have the American flag colors.
Yeah.
Who are you going to piss off if you change the colors? You got guys that are 60, 50, 60, 70 years old, maybe even younger, who are attached to that Bills logo. Mm-hmm. You go ahead and make that new age, they pissed off. Right. You know, it's like, okay, I can't change all this stuff because Buffalo is very sentimental, very emotional. We talked about this in depth.
Yeah.
Don't tread on me. Don't piss on my cereal.
Yeah.
I want it how I want it, and that's it. The only thing I say is do not change my flag, guy. You know who I'm talking about. That's my dude. I can't wait to show you
the fastest flag runner in the land.
No, week 1, I'm going to point him out. I'm guaranteed.
Okay. And you will be able to tell.
You won't know.
You'll be able to tell because last season he switched up areas on me. Like he wasn't in his normal spot. But when you look at him, like out of the 4, that's him. Like it's one of those, remember those puzzles? Like which one is not the same? Like which one is different? All it looked the same, but one had a different, you could tell him. Out of everybody.
It's funny. I know Mel hates me because he wasn't even paying attention. So I said, yo, no, watch this. Watch him.
And now every time I see it, I tell everybody who go to the game with me, yo, watch this flag. Dude.
That's him right there.
Watch the flag.
He's an all-star. I mean,
there's a lot of that stuff with Keyshawn. Like, you can't unsee certain things after he tells you to look at them.
You can't.
You just changed.
And I'm thinking, I'm going back to UB on this because UB, anybody that follows UB, you know how many different logos they've had, how many different color schemes they've changed to. Yeah. With the interlocking UB. I remember when I was a kid, they had the full Buffalo, the full bull on the field. Mm-hmm. They got Ward Manuel, who was the new incumbent AD. He said, "No, we're trying to move into Division 1A. We're trying to go in, to FBS, which is what it is now." That bull looks stupid. I don't want the whole. It looks like he said because they changed to just the head of the Billy Buffalo, or not Billy Buffalo, whatever Victory Bull. Yeah. And he's like, it looks like a decapitated cow. Get it out of there. So I get there and I'm 15 years old, whatever I am, and I'm like, yo, what happened to my bull? Where is my bull? I've been here. Me and my uncle's been here for 10 years now. Right. Where is my damn bull? Right. Oh, now you're changing it. Now we got to have interlocking UB because that's serious. That means everything. You can't. Then what really pissed everybody off was when they took the UB off the jersey and they made Buffalo real small. And they put New York across it because they wanted to market it as the University of New York.
What?
Yeah. So anybody this is how you know I'm a UB fan because I've been through this crap. They had a catchy theme song that was horrible. He came out. He said, "UB Bulls are unbelievable." And every time they scored, they played this song, and it drove me nuts. Me and my uncle wanted to punch somebody. My uncle's not violent, so I mean, the thing I'm getting at is when you're looking at marketing, which you always talk about when getting fans in the stadium and the revenue we get, you have to be very careful with what you do with the colors, what you do with because I'm telling you, man, they are not playing with that red, white, and blue. And when Ken asked me, he said, "Does that mean that America started the Bills?" I said, "Why?" Because it's 4th of July, and they wear red, white, and blue. Another quantum physics question. I'm like,
it's a chicken or the egg question.
Yeah, I'm like, kind of, but not really.
But originally we were the Buffalo Americans?
Yeah, all Americans, something like that. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But so I think they should keep the colors, but just change up the style of the uniform, man.
That's the thing. You gonna
It's
piss
tough.
somebody off.
How did you like the darker blue with the red helmet?
You know what everybody hated?
Yes, the one I actually like.
I did too. I was gonna say I did too.
I put it in the thumbnail. I put Stevie Johnson wearing that the away joint, the white with the little dark blue shoulder joint.
I did too. And people hated it.
Yeah, you remember those?
Yeah. Those
Like-
are kind of liked it, those.
Yeah, those I really like. They look tough. It made the Buffalo Bills look like a mean team.
I
Like
think-
that color scheme.
I think the away ones really knocked it home. The home ones kind of got lazy because they were just blue with the red
Right?
stripe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
Well, they were originally blue with the white pants.
No,
Remember that?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm just saying that the top itself at home
Oh
was
yeah,
just
just
that
all
red
blue.
stripe, and that was
Yeah,
it. So
yeah. With a light blue, I never got that.
yeah, I didn't know.
Like, if
They
you gonna
could've
go dark
tweaked it
blue,
a
just
little
go dark
bit.
blue.
Right,
You
you
know?
could have tweaked that a
You know
little
what I
bit, which was kind of strange. But yeah, I mean, you want to incorporate the colors in there, and I mean, forever I've wanted to bring the logo into the 21st century.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, that's a great
So
point.
like I said, I want to go with the red, but just switch it up a little bit, like the colors a little bit, so it looks like that. Like the picture you got with Josh Allen right there with the red.
That's the one he wore. That's the one he wore to the blue and white game where he took it. Yeah,
It looked like it. I don't know. It don't look right to me. Like I don't know. Like they got to change up the red a little bit.
I think what it is it's just the materials. You know, the helmet is plastic with the gloss, and then you got you can't really match the cloth with the helmet that well.
Now the best uniforms we got now that I like the scheme is I like the all blue. I like the blue on blue.
Really?
I like that. The blue on blue with the white helmet. I like that. That's hot.
The jerseys I hated the most were the Mario Williams, like those light blue top with the white bottom. I hated that look. That light blue with the white stripes across
Oh,
here.
the throwback.
Yeah,
Those are
were
the
they
throwback
throwbacks?
with like
yeah.
the 6 stripes on the shoulder or whatever.
Yeah, the 2 or something like that. Yeah, whatever it was.
Yep.
But I hated those with a passion. Like, I was gonna bring that up for this show because I was looking at those Marshawn Lynch or Stevie Johnson. Those didn't bother me.
The ones I hate right now, I hate the all whites.
The all whites.
I don't like when they wear all white.
I prefer the all whites over the all reds.
I like the all reds. I did like the all
I'm not
reds.
a fan.
I only like the all reds when it's not clashing with the other team. Remember when the Jets played, bro?
Yo, I was
and they
so
had the
mad.
all greens with the all reds. I'm like, this is hurting my eyes.
No, you
Yeah,
know what's great
colorblind
about
game.
this?
Nobody knew who was who because the colorblind people can't see red or green.
Right.
You know what's great about that is when UB plays like Miami or Ball State on election night, UB wears blue, Ball State or whoever it is wears red.
Wow.
Red, blue. And like at first I'm like, this is weird. What am I missing? I said, oh, it's a gimmick. Oh, you guys got me good on this one. What I don't like about the NFL is that you can't change the helmets.
That's whack. So they said you have to have a uniform to match the helmet. So, for example, if you got an alternate uniform, you got to have an alternate helmet.
Mm-hmm.
You can't use the same helmet for multiple uniforms.
Right.
Really?
Yes, it makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
Like,
I
this
mean,
is your helmet. So, like, why? No, this helmet goes with this uniform. You need a new helmet to go with this uniform. Like, I don't know why that's a rule. I don't know. It don't make sense to me. I don't
Could
know
you
why.
imagine what happened at the University of Oregon if that was the thing in college?
Yo, they would fall
They
apart.
be-
They would have no
Fall
revenue
apart.
whatsoever.
No
Yo,
way
for
sustainable.
why are their uniforms so raw?
Because Nike's right there in Oregon.
Yep.
It's right there.
But don't Nike do other college uniforms?
Yeah, but
They're college.
the dude who is it? The dude who owns Nike or the CEO of Nike or something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
think
He's an
he's an
alum
alum.
at
Yeah.
Oregon. So that's why they get all the best.
Dude, they joints be hot.
Yeah.
They do it on purpose.
Hot, man. I'm like,
Nike's like right down the
this is
street.
Sweet.
Yeah. Steve said it. Steve said it earlier though. He said let's just rotate the red and white helmets with the current uniform. I mean, I would do that.
I mean, I don't think
Can you do that,
it
though?
would look bad with the whites.
I don't think the league would let you do
I'm
that.
saying you can't rotate helmets. You got to wear the same one.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, to me that makes the most sense. Like if we could do white on white helmet for away, I would take that. And then for home, you do
The red ones.
Yeah, you do the red helmet with high. It don't even matter.
That
at
would never
point.
fly because it's a snow game. You go see them guys out to Buffalo. Like, I'm wearing white. Like, where is he? Where is that? Where did he go?
Right. All you can see is the stripes.
I see his number somewhere. This Casper, he's wearing 11. I don't know where he went.
Right.
Now on Madden, when I used to play Madden back in the day, I used to get the ugliest combinations, like the weirdest combinations. So like, I would have like the old school red and blue, the red helmet, with the red alternate, with like the blue, just to see what it looked like. The craziest combinations.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like the Bills, they do a lot of the blue with the white, and they do like I said, I like the all blues, and then like I don't like the all whites. But like, what if they rock like the red jersey with like the blue pants or the white pants with the old helmet? Like, I don't know, that might look a little better. Or rock the red pants with the white
That'd be
jersey.
interesting.
You know what I used to do right up until I stopped playing Madden? So from like 2000, when did I start playing? 2002, I think, is when I started playing, and then I stopped like, I don't know, 3-4 years ago. White pants, red jersey, red helmet.
Ooh, okay.
Because on the white pants, you got the red stripes on the outside with the blue on the inside. The red helmet, you got the blue stripe on the inside with the white stripes on the outside. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, to me, that was the rawest color scheme. You know what I mean? Because it's now it's red. Now you look like a mean team. You either got the dark blue or you got the red jersey, red helmet, white pants. Oh man, that joint that would be so.
You can tell who the fashion guys are. The show is.
What
It's
about
not
the
me.
socks?
Oh, red socks.
No, I would have stopped there.
I had I had the 90s red socks, just a solid red.
Oh, the 90s red
The
socks.
90s red socks, red jersey, red
White
helmet,
pants.
white pants.
Ooh.
You can go white shoes, like all white, or you can go white and red. It's tough.
just matches.
It's tough.
That's-
It's such a
yeah,
tough
yeah.
look. It's such a tough look.
You look like
Sure.
it's all about the socks, Ski. Socks gotta,
No, I would have stopped there.
Socks make the whole uniform,
You
bro.
can't stop there. You got to go on. You got to get a mushroom belt with that. I was thinking on the way in, I'm like, who has the best color scheme for me? I mean, it's
Color scheme?
Oh, that's easy for me. You already know my favorite color is red.
who's that?
Oh, the Falcons.
The Falcons?
Yeah.
Black, red, and white, baby.
Yeah.
I love them colors.
Okay, so for me, I think it would be the alternate Ravens jerseys, the black Ravens jerseys with the helmets and the purple pants.
The all black joints.
Yeah. See, I mean, for me, it's just cold. It's cold.
That is cool. I ain't gonna lie.
And for me, it's like the Bills we just look old. You know, we just look
Yeah.
old. That's the kills
Very
me.
antiquated. In
Yeah,
the
it's like you
design.
want to fix the stadium up. Let's do this thing. Let's go all the way in.
I like them. The other
Steve
jerseys.
Silly.
I like the. Dang it, I forgot what team it is. They got a nice. It's like an alternate color. Oh, the Chargers joints, the blue joints,
baby blue?
Ooh, them joints are sweet. I love them uniforms, man.
Yeah.
That color scheme is raw.
Yeah.
The Rich said we need King McDermott face on the socks. Bro, stop.
Just
man.
one
God,
or multiple? Wait. Just one or multiple? How many? How many faces?
Steve,
On the
handle that
socks.
for me, bro. Handle that for me. Please.
Or you can get every player's face on their own sock. You could do that.
Huh?
You get every player's face on their own sock, just in case they forget. Oh, I got my name, my face on my
Can
sock.
they do that? I know they've been
Nah,
doing
they
that with
can't
the
do
shoes and stuff. Wouldn't it be hilarious if they allowed
Actually,
players
wait
to
a
put
minute.
the socks
Can they?
down?
Could,
That would
everybody
be
has.
funny.
Could they? They might be able
I
to.
mean, as
'cause
long as the top part of the sock it matches the uniform. What about the white?
The rule
Can they
is
just-
everybody has to have the same color socks on.
Yep.
It has to be the same socks. So
So does it not qualify as the same color if you got like somebody writing, like drawing a face
that's the
on it?
caveat. I was like, how could I dance around this one? Because Josh Allen is going to have a different color scheme than James Cook
Did
Face-wise.
somebody get fined for the cleats though?
on the Bills.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
Was that AJ Brown?
I can't remember who it was, but those joints was raw. Like he had them custom because they do the custom cleats. Yeah. He had them custom, but they say he couldn't wear them for some reason. Like some of the colors, something was off where he couldn't wear them. I'm like, that's so stupid.
It might have been him.
I think it was either AJ Brown or Beckham, Odell Beckham Jr. It definitely was a wide receiver though. Was it Beckham?
It was better because he had those custom made. It was something on them, and then they were like, you couldn't wear those.
Yeah, I'm like, that's whack,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Like, he an NFL player. Like, let him wear whatever clothes you want to wear.
Gotta be coordinating. You got to coordinate.
I do that. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But Rich said Tyreek Hill got fined for not wearing socks, like at all.
We know you do that.
Yo, he with the Mac Hollins?
He went to
Listen, I like my feet to breathe. It's hot out, man. Only time I'm trying to wear socks is in the wintertime. When the temperature drop below like 40 degrees, it's time for socks.
Always time for socks. Always time for socks.
Other than that, if I'm going out somewhere and I know it's kind of warm and I'm wearing, like, if I'm wearing shorts, I don't need socks.
Yo, I'll be stressed out when somebody come in my area. They got like the flip flops. So I'm like, yo, fam, cover your feet up.
Like, yo, where did this?
I don't know. I have no idea.
This man refuses to uncover his toes.
Like, yo, why? I'm like, why do you have to do that? Oh, you got your flip flops on from like here. Just the flops. I don't want it. I don't want it.
Yo, I can see Mac Hollins coming up. What if he had an all clear cleat with no socks?
No.
Yo, that would be wrong.
No, it's not.
That would be
so
hot.
wrong.
Yo, you're right. It would be raw. His feet be bleeding.
An all clear cleat?
How you gonna do that though? He gotta have some kind of cotton in there or something.
Yeah, it'd be like cotton
Clear
lining or
cotton?
something like that, so that it wouldn't, chafe or anything like that.
But you don't see his feet.
Kind of like, all right, so like
The cloud specialist.
you know how girls, they got like the see-through dresses or like the see-through shirts? Same material, but just make them in cleat
What's
form.
the thing I'm thinking about, like he said, it's all jokes aside, the chafing part. Because you gotta start and stop, and there's no
Well, I
protection.
mean, they like, I'm sure they could do something
Your
to
man
where
wearing
like
jellies.
there's cushion in certain
He's
places.
wearing jellies while he playing football.
Yeah,
He would have an endorsement deal. He would have an endorsement deal with jellies.
He should. That's a movement. No shoes is a movement. No socks is a movement.
Yeah, Eric Benet in that joint. Yo, if I went to a concert
I am
and
not
saw
on
somebody
his
with no
side.
socks on, with no shoes, I'm like, yo, I gotta go. You can't sing with no shoes on. You're violating my rights to watch somebody with shoes.
Yo, I just imagine Keyshawn on the torture table in like a James Bond movie or something like that, and no laser.
Yes.
Forget the laser. Like,
Take
just,
the shoes off.
right?
Don't cover my feet.
I can't do this.
Tell me now, or I'm
Kill
taking
me
off
now.
the other sock.
No. Yo,
Like
you know
canary.
what'd be hilarious? I don't know if y'all ever seen this. Y'all ever heard of the show Teen Titans Go?
Yes.
Not the regular Teen Titans, but Teen Titans Go.
Yep.
Both my younger children watch that. Do you watch that, June? Or you used to watch it? Okay, you've seen it before. But so Teen Titans Go, for those of you that don't know, it's kind of like a comedic play on the old Teen Titans cartoon, which was teenage superheroes.
I'm gonna look this
Basically,
up. Teen Titans.
yeah, Teen Titans. They were teenage superheroes. Robin was their leader, and they had Cyborg and Beast Boy and Starfire and then Raven, right?
Beast Boy.
Beast Boy.
Beast Boy.
I like you said something else, boy. I'm like, yo,
What did you think I said?
I can't say that word. Yeah, boy.
Yeah. Melski says torture table is diabolical work.
Yo,
That we would get you, dude.
No doubt. We know how to come at you the right way now.
Any
Damn.
information we want.
fam.
That's it.
I'm telling you
Unlacing your shoe.
I'm telling you right now. I will double lace my kicks around my ankles, and you will have a hard time getting them suckers
So
off.
wait. So this is what I want to get to. This is what I want to get to. It's hilarious. So in Teen Titans Go, there was this like big mystery of Robin's hands and what his actual hands look like, right? Because he
he
always
wear
wears the
gloves.
gloves,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So they finally got this dude's gloves off, and it turns out this dude's got baby hands. Yeah, they clowned this dude so hard after they saw the glove come off. It's like, dude got baby hands, and they just died laughing, right? What if Keyshawn had something like that where he had like an extra foot or an extra piece of
I
toe
had some
sticking out
toes.
somewhere?
Nah, I ain't know it. I'm telling you, it's like it's nothing irregular. But I just think about too much. When you got no.
Keyshawn's got the most pristine, pedicured feet you've ever seen in your life. Not a wrinkle, not a crack, not a nail out of place, nothing. Like just the sharpest cuts and prims to his nails, like everything.
Double socked up.
Double socked up, right? Yo,
nasty
I'm telling
work.
you right now, if you go before I do, I'm looking.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yep.
If
Dang.
you go before I do and I get a chance to walk up to that casket, I'm looking.
I am
Yo, open up the
blackmailing
part.
Keyshawn. I'm gonna take a picture of his feet. And anytime I'm like, You don't do what I say, I'm releasing these to the public.
I'm like, whatever you say. They're like, yo, why is it agreeable? Why is it agreeable? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just know I gotta do this. I'll be back, T. Just worry about yourself.
Oh man. Whoa, Sadat. Welcome to the show, Sadat. I'm gonna just say Sadat if that's okay. If that's how I pronounce it, please let me know.
Disrespectful. That better be right.
No red helmets. He don't want the red helmets.
I don't like the old red helmets. Like I said, if they do red helmets, they gotta switch it up. I don't like the old ones.
So you're talking about like the color of the red or the logo up against the red? Like, hold on, I'll pull it up here.
It's something about it.
Let me see. Where's downloads? Here we go. There.
No.
So like this is like the way that somebody redid
That's
this.
AI, so it's
Yeah, it's AI, but it's got like a metallic sheen to it a little bit, which I think would like. So if they livened up the blue, or I don't know, like that one doesn't work for you.
So like the two outsides, like the one with Jim and Stevie, I'm cool.
Okay,
But the one it does, I don't know. It's something with the new uniforms. It don't look right with the new uniforms.
that's true too. You know what I think it is. It's the simplicity of the uniform. I
Can you
think.
snatch it over real quick?
Huh?
You snatch this
Oh,
over.
my bad.
No, you're good. I want to show you something. Go ahead, talk.
Okay, it's the simplicity of the uniform. Like, there's something about the Stevie Johnson Bills uniforms that presented a kind of angular look, where it was a little more new age, and it worked really well with what is typically a new age color in red, and that particular laser red that they were using. It works well with newer age type of.
Now I don't mind the blue helmet, but they got to change the buffalo.
Yeah.
See you going back. What we just talked about.
You
going back.
Well, that's what makes it tough, because they can't do a white horn because the whole buffalo is white, and then this stripe is still red, but it's outlined in blue now. Like it's an inversion.
What if they do the blue stripe with the red outline?
Well, that's the thing. Can they get away with doing that? Like, is the red stripe as so iconic that you can't?
Right.
Hey, post-podium podcast fam, you see how hard it is to change in this room? I just posed something that nobody see yet. Nah, see, I can't get with that because the label is different. They don't want to be
I do
progressive.
like the blue though. I like the all blue.
They
I
don't
ain't
want to be
gonna
progressive.
lie.
These are from angry old men.
And I'm cool with the red. I might do the white face mask, but I'm cool with the red.
Yeah, I would do a white face mask. You're right.
But it's just the white buffalo. They gotta change the white buffalo.
And I don't know if I would do the red stripe in the middle either. I might do white stripe, red outline.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, come on, I doubt it for what?
Well, I'll
What
say
about this? What about this? Since y'all what about? Oh, I can't. What about that?
That one's better. For me, that's better.
Yeah, but it looks like the Giants helmet.
It looks like the same helmet, only blue.
Right.
See? What I tell you?
But the
June,
buffalo
you
is
hear this?
blue. But the buffalo is blue.
Right.
They don't want to be progressive.
I would prefer that one.
It's the same thing, only blue.
Yeah,
No,
I
it
mean,
ain't.
the white face mask
Right.
makes it, and then like I don't know why they still got the blue stripes on top of the blue with the red in the
Key,
middle.
it's the blue, but he got the white face mask, and he got the real
Yes.
buffalo, not that white one with
We
the
were
no.
just talking about
Right.
changing the buffalo. Now you want to go back to the real buffalo?
I'm just saying, on that look,
The hell with this look? What about the last look I had? You gotta change it.
Yeah, but the last one had a red face mask, and like all the color, like the color arrangement was off.
Listen,
Producer dying over here.
matter of fact, what game was that? The Giants game. The Giants game, right? Me and this girl that I work with, Nike's. You could do custom, Nike ones, the low top ones.
Okay.
You do custom ones. So me and her, we put up 2 Bills mock-up joints. So I did 2, she did 2, and we sent it to her. She's like, "Oh, I like that one." I said, "Oh, I like yours." So like, when you got those colors, like you can make your I don't know, man. You just got to put it in there.
Yo, why would you do that? This man got the most generic Little League Bills helmet ever made on the screen right now. The Rydell joint with the thickest face mask I've ever seen on a football helmet ever.
That's a thick
He never
boy.
seen Greg Lloyd, huh?
That's a thick boy.
He never seen Greg Lloyd though.
But yo, you know what helmet I like? So all right, so you know how you go to like the you go like to the stores and they got the Bills helmets you could buy?
Yeah.
The black and reds. You ever see that helmet?
See, Junie was saying somebody else in the chat too said just go black.
That black and red helmet.
Can't
is
go black
fire.
because the logo can't be the same. You don't want to change that at all.
But
No,
it'll be
you
an
can
alternate
change-
uniform. Matter of fact, I got one of those helmets. Christina got me one for I think Father's Day. That joint is tight, bro.
Yeah.
Tight. The buffalo is straight. The all the colors is perfect. Perfect.
You know, but I'm gonna just take the whole buffalo off and just put the freaking the horn on the side of it.
Or just put buffalo on it. Put buff.
Oh, in cursive.
Buffalo.
Buffalo in a rainbow in cursive right on the side of the helmet. That would piss the whole population off.
It really is surprising how many red, white, and blue teams there are in the NFL.
Is it 4?
I mean, compared to all the other teams that are, I mean, there's blue in how many teams have blue?
So let's see. So we got Patriots, Bills, red, white, and blue. So is the Texans.
Yep.
Is there another one?
What? Red, white, and blue?
The Giants.
Yeah, the Giants.
So those 4 teams, and then like who else has the Ravens color scheme, black and purple? Nobody.
Nobody.
You know what I'm saying?
Do the nope. I'm about to say even the Vikings alternate. I think their alternate is yellow and purple.
Vikings.
They had black jerseys,
They had a black one?
but I think
they had those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the yellow outline makes such a difference because the Ravens gold is just it's not even anywhere near as bright as the Vikings gold. You know what I'm saying? So, now see, I could do something like that.
Which one?
The one with the different buffalo on the helmet.
Wait.
Top left, second row down. Yeah, that one.
Nah, Buffalo would hate that. That's the slug. That's the saber slug.
Yeah, it looked like
but
the
Buffalo
saber.
hates that. That's the slug. They hate that.
But
Buffalo
it's
hates
not
that
it's
logo.
not the slug though. I understand what you're saying. But this is different from the slug. Like I wish we could find a way to put this on the show so people can see it. But matter of fact, can you copy that?
What I can do is advise people to go over to Twitter, follow. Matter of fact, you a hater. How come you ain't tag me in your short that you put on Twitter? She said tag me.
What are you talking about?
Your short.
What's short?
The one that you did the video you put up there. You had all the graphics. It was beautiful. I'm not tagged in that. I just saw it pop up. I'm like, yo.
I didn't send it to you. I usually email it to you.
No, I want you to just tag me on Twitter so it can be right there.
Why I gotta do all the work?
Because I didn't know you were putting it there. You just funny. What's funny is I was like, man, I've really been slacking. I gotta get on there and make these shorts. But then I go on Twitter. I'm like, this man he's diabolical.
No, listen. The last one I posted was like a month ago.
I mean, it just popped up today. I was like, oh, you.
Yeah, that's because a couple of people liked it today.
Okay, we got traffic then. That's what's up.
Yeah, it was nice. It was really nice. I got to talk to Rated Red for a little bit. And then that was it. I don't think I chatted with anybody else on Twitter. Like about the video. Anyway. But yeah, this did you wait,
Yeah, it's
did
the
you copy?
slug. It is the slug.
Okay.
Look at it.
Steve says, what about an all blue or all black uniform and helmet with a gold buffalo? No. If we go all black, we can't go gold. What color that we currently have now could we go with as the accent color to an all black uniform?
It'll have to be red. Red with the white numbers.
Yeah, but then we're the Falcons at that point.
Blue.
Yeah. Black and blue?
Yeah. Black
Yeah,
and
I
blue.
mean the Colts alternate uniforms are black, but that they blue and white all day.
We could do
And the Bulls be rocking their black uniforms
UB?
more times. I'm
Oh.
sorry, yeah, the
Them
Bulls.
joints is
Yeah.
hot. I like them. The UB joints.
Oh,
I
this
like
is
them.
crazy.
The
You
blue
got
and
the black
black. I
helmets
like
and
that.
everything.
Yeah.
But
that's
see,
hot.
like in college, you can do that. You can
Right.
change everything as much as you
I
want.
said that you can have like
Blackout
15 different helmets.
jerseys. Yeah, they really do. Like they'll change the logo, they'll change the color. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
See, that's hot.
Yeah.
Man. I don't know why the NFL don't want you to do that. You would think about it because they'll make more money.
That's true. But and this is why, because I was just thinking in my brain, like, why doesn't the NFL do that? Oh, they got to protect people because teams would be doing what the NBA does and switching jerseys and coming up with new jerseys every 3 seconds, and then all of a sudden these people are spending $120 for 17 jerseys that just came out in the last 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be kind of excessive. I couldn't.
Because you know what? Yeah, because basketball do it. Like the Lakers, so their colors are purple and gold, but
Yep.
they got a blue uniform.
I just
Yep.
saw it. What about this here?
It's weird. Like the two basketball people that I know of, do do they pull these colors from previous teams, or do they just say, we'll come up with Cinco de Mayo Day and we'll make a jersey off of that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
There's no rhyme or reason.
Like the Heat. The Heat had the Miami Beach joint with the what I'm
It's
talking
a-
about?
it's a-
The black with like the purple
Yep.
and the green.
oh
the Vice City.
yeah.
That's
yeah.
the Vice
City
City.
ones,
yeah.
Those was hot. I'm like, man.
Yeah, I mean in Nuggets we got the 5280 is a mile high. It's 5,280 feet is a mile. So they have that on there.
Yo, I like them blue with the red pants.
Yeah, I
like
was looking
that.
at that.
I
That's
just don't like
tough.
the helmet. It's just too regular. Like
Yeah, but I think it's the red. The red is like
red.
it's like a candy red. Like,
Yeah,
or
if they change that red,
you got to make it a little bit dark. Like the pants. If you made it the color of the pants, it would be straight.
yeah,
Like the pants are more of like a darker laser red. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I'm not good with color names, but that helmet need to be a little bit darker.
I mean, for me,
Are these proposals?
This is concepts.
scroll up, Key. Oh, I'm sorry, down. My bad. I'm thinking inverted.
Oh,
Another one. Hold up. Keep going.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, I like them Giants joints, man. See them Giants joints?
oh yeah. That looks like the old ones though.
Yeah, I like the old
Yeah.
ones. I like the old ones a
With
lot.
the old Giants on the side.
Yeah. All right. Well, so
Oh, look at the Raiders ones.
Ooh, that's hot.
The gold face mask, all black gold face mask, and
That's
gold.
hot.
But see, that's the thing, man. Buffalo can do stuff like this, but they have to be willing to change the colors.
Yeah.
So, chat, would y'all be up for the Bills just doing a complete overhaul of the uniforms and the logo? Put it in the chat. Yes or no. If you got more than a yes or no, put that in there too. I want to know. I want to know where we're at in terms of, are we staunchly on? We got to keep the same color scheme. Don't change the logo. Don't like. I like what I like, and this is it. Or are you at a point where you've seen enough? You kind of want to see something a little bit new, a little bit different, or you just want to experiment a little bit and see what it looks like. Just play around with it a little bit, and we don't have to settle on it. But show me some new ideas. There's some people out there that just want to see new ideas. They may not want to commit to it. You know what I mean? But let me know where you at.
Let me see what it look like.
right.
Yeah.
There's this girl on Instagram. She does like that concept art with different uniforms, and some of them be hot.
Yeah.
Some like the Jets one she did was hot. She got an actual jet, and she made it look sweet with the colors coming in there.
Yeah. See, I would buy that.
Ooh, the black.
I would
like
buy
that.
that.
That's 100%.
Black
like that.
helmet. Wait.
Oh, shoot. Hold
What
on.
happened?
Hold on. Won't too far. Black helmet.
You could do that, Key. You remember you said what other color you could do with the black? You could just do red and blue.
Do the red and blue.
Hold on. Yeah, what was it? It was, and I clicked on it like an idiot.
So this young lady, Steve says, love the uniform, but the red helmet got to come back.
Oh, that's why.
I mean, I agree. I want the red helmets back very, very badly.
I gotta make it because if I click on it, it goes to Instagram. So I gotta.
Oh, okay.
That's why. Yeah, it's messing
Okay.
me up. So really.
He tried to enlarge the entire page.
So you got a all black.
That
but
looks
the helmet
so
is black.
tough.
The Bills
Like-
logo is the same.
Yeah.
A blue stripe down the middle, red stripes. What do you call it? Bookending it, and you got the numbers 17 with a red number is blue with a red outline.
Call them the blackout uniforms, man.
Man, that would be so dope.
That's hot.
That'd be the best of both worlds, honestly, because you
It
still
would.
keep your logo.
You still get the colors. You still got the primary colors. And you just flip it on the black.
Yeah. Can they just wear that forever?
I'd be fine with that.
I would be. I listen. If
What would the hold on? Is away is the light or the darker ones?
light away is light, home is dark.
So what would the away joints? What would your concept be for the away joints for that?
That's a good question.
Black pants.
Yeah, you would have to do. Oh, that's
You could do
weird.
any of those colors with it, though.
What could you do?
I think I would change the color of the numbers to white instead of blue,
Okay, with the red outline.
Yep.
Okay,
and I would change the stripes.
but you still got black helmet, right? That's what I'm saying. That's tough.
Do I got to change it?
You can't.
No, you can't
You
change.
can't. So you'd have to go black helmet.
Right. I think I would change the stripes. Instead of doing blue and red, I think I'll do white and red.
Okay.
Basically, you gotta make it lighter.
Yep.
So you gotta put more white in it.
See, that's the problem with this uniform. There's no light colors to it.
You can
Every
figure
color
out-
you pick.
It's blacked out.
You could figure out how to go with the Stevie Johnson over there top with this somehow.
Ooh,
Yeah, you go white
That's how you-
jersey with like the
right.
black around
Yeah.
the
Yep.
shoulder area
That's
or
how
something
you
like
do
that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it's just enough white in the helmet that you got the Bills white on the stripe, and then you can play with that, but you got to make sure it stays majority some kind of color.
Yep.
Yeah. How many teams have red helmets right now?
Red. So
Chiefs.
Fa-
Falcons.
No, Falcons
They
are
got
black.
They got.
That's their ultimate. Yeah, it's their
ones.
alternate.
The Commanders. Well, that's not really red. It's like
It's
a
like a
maroon.
Yeah, I'm thinking like Chiefs red,
Yeah.
Bills red.
That's
not
really
that many
it.
Yeah,
That's really
not
it.
that many teams with red helmets in the league. That's a problem. That's a problem. Yep. So, all right. Well, it is get Keyshawn fired time. So,
yo, speaking of that,
yeah,
you know, remember I told you? Well, I didn't tell you.
you quit.
I wish. So I headed into work right Monday.
Okay.
Left on time. I helped y'all out. Left on time. Got good. I get to the thing. The arm on the thing don't go up. I can't get in the parking lot. So now I'm late to work because I got to go into the building to try to get my parking pass fixed. They're like, oh, the person here, they're over there. So I go in the building. No, you got to go to the other building to do it. So I got to go drive to the other building. I almost told my job, go F yourself and go home.
They won't let me in. I'm here, but y'all won't let me in.
I text my manager. She was like, oh, just go get a ticket. He said, I'm like, I can't now. I'm 20 minutes late. If I'm 10 more minutes, that's a half a point as opposed to a quarter point. Wow. And I'm like,
And they'll still count that regardless,
Yeah.
like even if you was there.
yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, imagine I never get to work on time. Even when I'm supposed to be at work on time, I never get there. I'm like right there at the cusp. I'm like,
How do you still have a job?
I got to be there at 9. I'll clock in at 8:59 every time.
Yo,
every time.
not gonna lie, I had similar moments when I used to work at Dunlop.
Yeah,
Bro, like, I would have to be at 11, 10:58.
that's it.
10:59, 10:57. And, yo, I was dope with it, too. If I knew I was late, I wouldn't sign in at all.
Yeah.
Right? Like, hey, you punch in? I'm like, oh, I forgot to punch.
That's
Well,
the
see, the
move.
caveat
That's the
to-
move. That's the
But see, the
move.
caveat to
Not gonna
that,
lie, I used to do it too.
if you're missing a punch, you get 2 points.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Now,
What?
Now, what if the machine malfunctions? Because sometimes I have too. Like, you put your number in and it don't go.
You about to be late unless you get your supervisor in time.
Oh.
And I don't know where they are. They're somewhere in the building. So yeah. So
That's cold,
literally, I got the 2 points one time. I didn't know I didn't punch in one day. I was honest. I was there, and I looked. I just started laughing. I said 2 points. How I get that many points? I was like, I ain't punched in. I didn't know that was a rule, but whatever.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I used to do.
I was tight. I'm like,
I
yo.
forgot to punch in. Oh, punch you in. I said, you saw me, right? Like, yeah, you was here. Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So used to be like that. Used to be like that. Not anymore. But yeah, no. So I finally got my parking pass fixed today. That's why I was like way behind trying to run around and do everything, pushing it back. But we're going to go to work and see if it works today. Because if it doesn't, I got 3 months of sick time.
Cute. Oh.
Right? My glandulars. Oh, man, I don't know.
Yo, 3 months of sick time is wild to me, bro.
It's ridiculous. I never call it.
Never. I don't get that.
Nope.
You know what? You should take next Wednesday off.
Yeah. And get like 19 points or whatever it is.
How many-
19 points. How early
I
do
think
you have
it's
to
a
put
point.
time off in?
Oh, well, see, with that job, you only get blocks. So I get 3 1-week blocks.
Huh?
I don't get loose days. That's why you're like, yo, you want to go to the game? I can't take a loose day.
Dang.
So in December, I have to say I want my birthday week, I want Ken's birthday week, and I want a week in August sometime. I'm number 1, so I'm going to get what I want. But I have to say I want these weeks. I can't say I just want April 29th for my birthday.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's 3. That's why when y'all be like, yo, what you doing? I'm like,
You ever dealt with something like that? I've never heard of that before.
yeah, and I only get 3 weeks. I've been there
So
13
now
years.
at Dunlop, they made you do weeks first. Like, book your weeks. You want to take a week, do that first.
Right,
But
yeah.
then you could do it in individual
increments.
days.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Now, how do you accrue sick? You do hours or days?
It's 20 a year.
Oh, 20 a year?
20 a year. Because I'm part-time. So technically I only work scheduled 22 hours a week there. But we all know the truth. And they don't care about that. I get 20 hours of vacation. So it's weird because like my vacation time, if I'm scheduled 23 hours, I still only get 20 hours a week. So I'm losing 3 hours, even if, I lose 3 hours because that's how it works. But no, yeah, they got me good, man. And I just got 3 weeks of vacation 6 years ago. After 7 years, they finally gave part-timers more than 2 weeks. That was a cap before, so.
This is exactly why I'm getting into entrepreneurship.
The job is honestly, the job is easy. It's an easy job. It's just the times. It's, when I got to be there at 3, 4 in the morning, that sucks. But like literally, if there's no planes, I'm watching WNBA or I'm watching YouTube or something.
That's why I've never. They got to kick me out of my job, bro, because
right.
I ain't got to deal with that. There's no clock in. There's no punching out.
That's lovely.
Like I get 30 days if I'm on orders for the whole year. I get 30 days of vacation.
Yeah.
Unlimited sick.
Yeah.
Like
that's how it was before we transitioned to my other job. I got 28 days, and they took 5 of them when we moved over. I had all the holidays. They took most of those away.
I get to get the holidays too.
But can you watch shows while you're working?
I can't say that on air. No.
My man.
I can't say jack. Like, I don't have
I can tell on myself because I ain't got no bosses.
Right. No, like, I don't have clearance for that. You gotta chill out. You gotta chill out on that one.
That's above my rank. I'm sorry.
Exactly. Sorry, I can't do it.
All right. We got to get you guys out of here. Let me see. Anything else before we start?
I just think it's hilarious that we started running low on ideas, but like these shows get longer. We're like, oh man, we're up against it.
They do. It's bad.
It's so good though. I like it. I really like it because we just kick it, man.
Yeah,
we just kick it.
All we doing is bringing what we've done for free onto YouTube
and still do it for free. But you guys get to join in though.
You actually get to do something with it though.
Right. You guys get to see where our minds are. Sometimes it's it's murky and dark, but other than that, yeah.
Well, yours is.
It really is.
It's all sunshine and beautiful rainbows like Steve Lynn. Like that. Like it's just the most positive of positive mindsets.
That's it.
All right, here we go. All right, if you're hearing that music, that means it's time for us to get out of here. So, if you have not done already, please like, subscribe, hit that bell, make that thing.
Ring-a-ling-a-ling.
So you can get notifications when we send notifications so you can stay apprised. I like that word, different word, apprised.
Is that your word?
No, it's not my word.
Okay.
It's one of those words that can probably be replaced like ointment. Anyway, so you can stay on the level of all the stuff we got. See, I replaced it. Of all the stuff we got coming out for you guys. As it stands right now, I'm still working for that first interview. This man is making me work for it. But if they get back in town in time on Monday, we'll have a Monday. If not, we'll have to do it the following week, which would be the 15th, right? Monday the 15th. Check our social media pages. The links are in the description. Hit us up. Rap with us. I was loving it on Twitter, talking to Rated Rev and some of the other people, making comments and stuff like that. I love doing that stuff. Whenever somebody comments on YouTube, we hit them up like almost within 15, 20 minute period. Like we usually get right back, if not immediately. So please hit us up if you just want to talk some football or if you want to get to know us a little bit better or however you want to do it. That's all I got. Oh, no, it's not all I got. Man, outside looking in just want some money. Listen, if you like basketball and you're looking for a good podcast to start tuning into, get in on the ground level. Basketball Truth and Knowledge. My oldest son, Junior, our producer on the show, has his own podcast. The man is constantly growing, constantly getting better, constantly doing big things on that podcast. And I think it's prime time right now, right? Free agency just happened, draft just happened, and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of good stuff to talk about and hear on that show. So, with that being said, if nobody has anything else, okay. This has been another live episode of the Post Podium Podcast, home of the All Truth, No Sodium Takes. I have been your co-host, Aramis.
Melly Mac.
It's your boy, Key.
And y'all have a great Friday night, holiday weekend, quote unquote. Y'all take care. Peace.
Peace out.